everyone. I'm still getting set up here. All right, there. Now it's muted. Wait, I'm on this camera, right? Yeah. How's everyone doing tonight? Let's see, who do we have here? Hey, Claire, Crystal, John, Sassy Nas, Claire S. Oh, I said Claire. Megan, Tati, Illuminacy, Kaleidoscopic, Christy, Beth, Alexandria, Sassy Elmo, Grace Case, Aliar, Hollyana from Kalamazoo, The Dark Magician, Sweet Home Alamanda, Gidget, message deleted, Laura Baker, I need my glasses on, Suzanne, what's up? On a mission, Gentry Art. All right, I think now I'll be able to see. Okay, I'm trying out a new setup here in the house. So I kind of like it here though. Like I have crazy amounts of room here. Like I have 2 desks here and another like little side table, and I could still fit more if I wanted to. This is awesome. Like, and it's my big desk too. Love it. So lots of room for my chair. So it's awesome. Hey, Irish. Okay, 1 second. I gotta check my teeth real quick. How am I doing? Why is it doing that? Okay. Damn it. I could feel it. I've been wearing this lipstick for almost an hour and didn't get anything on my teeth until the second I start talking. Annoying. Okay. All right, hopefully that'll do it. Okay, so I gotta remember that this is the camera I'm using. Okay, so hey, welcome to membership, Hollyana from Kalamazoo. Thanks for joining. I'm moving the tree in the background. No, you're not. Oh my God, what's it doing? It's not supposed to sparkle like that. I'm kidding. Okay, so last night I made a mistake. The account Adrian, she has a whole Facebook account, and apparently we were friends on Facebook, but I never realized it. Like I didn't know her last name or anything, and I'm friends with like 500 people on Facebook. So, but she's an actual real person. So, and I owe her an apology for if she's received any bullshit because of my speculation last night. So I want to first apologize to her, and I want to clear it up, saying she is a real person. She's not Katie. I still think it's very strange and very odd how Katie has reacted to her. Like, I mean, obviously it's not because it's Katie, you know what I mean? But there's another reason. There's got to be, obviously there's another reason for Katie's behavior. It's still very odd, I think. I don't understand it. So, and and oh, that's right. She's here, right? Oh, and I figured while I'm at it with the apologies here and everything, I wanted to, there's been something else that's been on my mind. It's been kind of bothering me lately because I was reminded of the stream. Like I think, I don't know, maybe the end of last week or something. And it's been bothering me since. So I want to give another apology to one of my moderators, Claire Bear. A while back, it was back in, I think, like early March, there was a stream, and there was like a bit of an argument and stuff between her and Ren. And I pretty much kept myself out of it. But going back and listening to things, and now just all the things that I know about Claire now, like all the more wonderful things I've learned about her since then, I want to give her an apology because I feel I should have been more supportive of her throughout that whole argument, whatever, discussion. So, and I wasn't, and I knew she had gotten upset with me back then, and whatever, we had moved on from it, but still this, after seeing it and being reminded of it, it bothered me. So Claire, I want to just give you an apology, and I'm sorry I wasn't more supportive back then. should anything like that happen again, you will absolutely have my full support. So that's all. That's really the end of my apologies. I mean, they're still good, big apologies, still. Oh, this stupid tree. I hate this stupid tree. I swear. Um, we have it up year round. It has nothing to do with the holidays. It's like, I don't know. He likes lights, like crazy lights. Like we have those LED lights. Like we have them around the fireplace. We have them around TVs. We have them in back of my computer here on this little brick wall. They're like everywhere. So yeah, lights. So what's going on? Oh, John. Yeah, I hear you, and I am very sorry. I am. But if I'm getting anyone an otter, I'm getting myself an otter. I'll share it with her. We'll visit. She can be like the bestest friends or aunt to my otter. But yeah, yeah, the otter's gonna be mine. I know it was a long time ago. I know, and like I said, I know like we whatever it transpired, we've long moved over past or whatever. But it was bothering me, so I want to say something. Joint custody, well, maybe, yeah, all right, yeah, I would do joint custody. Oh, thank you, Sheila, for becoming a member. Awesome. Christmas time makes me think of cooler weather, so I'm all for it. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not. No. And believe me, I hate the heat too. I do, but I think I hate the cold more. Just saying. It's like the older I get too, like the cold like becomes like so physically painful. Like it hurts. So other than that, other than the apologies, I thought we could watch that anniversary stream from this weekend. Parts of it, anyways. There were a couple of parts I kind of wanted to laugh at. I don't remember her apologizing for that commentary with Kelly. I don't think any of us are sorry for introducing you to the cupcake video. I mean, it's kind of like an initiation, I think, into this community. Like everyone must watch the cupcake video. What do you mean I can't? What, you can add more clothes, but can't really take more off? Sure, I could. I got lots more to take off. I won't, but could. I know he ruined cupcakes for me too. Yo, Kirsten NC doesn't know the cupcake video. We have a noob. Do we really want to start the stream off though with the cupcake video? I don't know. Oh, a Japanese cherry blossom tree. We have those all around the neighborhood here. And every spring, between the cherry blossoms and the lilac trees, it's just, oh my God, it smells so pretty here. I love walking the dog that time of year. Oh, yeah. Oh, actually, no, this chat's moving a little fast. Let me set up Irish's favorite thing in the world, slow mode. I'll start it off slow though, Irish. I'll start slow on the slow mode. And I just did the wrong tab. God damn it. All right, now I have to open that back up. Okay. We like slow just a little. Slow and easy. It reminded that White Steak song. I know that way those slide it in. That's right, it wasn't Slow and Easy. Which is Slow and Easy? Is it Billy Squire? All right, it's gonna drive me nuts. Whatever you do, Kelly, do not Google. Whatever you do, Kelly, do not look up the Minnesota Hot Pocket. That's the dangerous Hot Pocket. Oh, shoot. All right. Okay. Damn it. What is she talking about? What? What did she post? So I don't want to pull it up because Katie shared a screenshot with this. But Katie apparently shared a tweet that says, "Hey, Karma, are your husband and kids proud of you for abusing and taunting public figures? Would the nursing board approve of this kind of behavior? It's so weird to see a mom that is seemingly a good mom and wife act so ugly, but your husband exposed you by using your real name." Where's... And then someone else wrote, "Is she even a nurse? She seems to have bipolar disorder and not fit to be a nurse." And it doesn't look like Katie even corrected that or anything. Like, seems like Katie is just fine with letting that comment sit there all by itself without any rebuttal. It's just, I don't know. It doesn't sit well with me. And 1739. This must be a new video. Someone just told me to check out a timestamp real quick, so I want to check it out. I have to pull this up anyways, I think. So, yeah, happily ever. So is everyone cool with watching the anniversary stream? If not, let me know. All right. If you're cool with watching the anniversary stream, not all of it, but parts of it, type 1. If you'd rather watch or do something else, type 2. Timestamp. What? It doesn't go to that number. Oh.
Hey guys, welcome to...
Uh-huh. Okay. Let's see. What are we picking here? Oh, we got all ones. Yay. Okay, I'll go ahead. I'm going to start it up. Did she take it down? I mean, I downloaded it, so it's not a big deal, but... Oh, no, I can't believe all this happened. There we go. Okay. All right, so... All right. When did she start bringing people on? See, I didn't even see much of the beginning of this, so I'd like to watch the beginning, but I also want to watch some of that. So, all right. Any idea of what anyone else here would like to watch? Okay, 69. Yay. I'm just going to pick a spot. Start here.
attacks. Keep going. This will blow over. It will help your platform become more solid. I found so many of these, okay? You are reaching victims who have no one else. You are showing people truth and acceptable behavior. No one but AP made AP do. This was about Amber Portwood, what she was doing. Nobody. You are a seeker of a truth and an advocate. It's harder to get away with crap when you're being held accountable. Good for you, Katie Joy. Like, seriously, this lady hates me now. And she was telling me that she was a huge fan. And then there's this other lady, her name, she goes by Ryan Hall. And she says, I'm kind of a newer follower to your channel, but easily you are my favorite. Seriously, these people. There's this lady named Sue that like hates me, and I saw in my DMs a bunch of messages.
Okay, I want to watch a clip real quick of another video. So Tati Westbrook put out a new video. Has anyone seen it yet? Thank you for telling me I was muted. Thank you. Thank you. And I have my cup too. I have my cup. I was muted. Oh, okay. Oh. Okay. All right. So someone's seen it. Oh, I have a happy fairy slide behind me. I do. Me too. They're all drunk. That's why they're happy. And that's why it keeps flashing, because that's all the fairies crashing into shit. Did you see Roadhog's vid about her doxing a nurse? I don't believe the context of it. I'm sure he'll show up here. I just don't see what KJ is. Yeah, she did. No, she totally. Yeah, she doxed her. She totally fucking doxed her. I saw that. But she did it for like no fucking reason either. She did it just because she found out who she was. That's it. Because she could. She did it to be a piece of shit. Yeah, it's Karma's Nightmare or something, or Karma's. Damn it! I know this account. I would talk to her on everything all the time on Twitter. Karma something. I think it's Karma's Nightmare. Yeah, no, there was no purpose behind the docs. There wasn't. Yes, the fairies are drunk. They're always drinking. They always drink and fly. Oh, okay. All right, so I want to watch this one. I want to play this one part of Tati Westbrook's video. So let me share screen. That. Okay, so start right about 17:20, just to get a few seconds beforehand. Okay.
Easy. You've got a cream in there that's shimmery, glimmery. You get a metallic that's really bright. I like it. Moving on, I'm going to use the Hyper Easy eyeliner from Maybelline. You know, I'm so excited for life to just get a little bit more exciting. I want to have hobbies again. I want to be out and about again. I feel still a little bit held back. Do you guys feel the same way? I mean, obviously, the state of the world. We've had a turbulent year. I personally have had a very turbulent year. And right now, I will share with you guys, like, I am feeling a little bit re-traumatized and like PTSD over everything that happened last year. This was kind of the time in my life where so much fell apart. Since then, a lot has healed within me emotionally, within James and I as a married couple emotionally. We're better in so many ways, but you know, it's still a rocky time in my life, and I try to show up here and put on a brave face and be all about the makeup and not let you see that vulnerability. But man, it has been tough. Like, it has been tough, and I don't know why I'm all of a sudden sharing that. I just, when I think of things to talk about, it kind of has consumed a lot of my life, a lot of the behind the scenes drama, and I can't really even say more than that. So I just want to say thank you again for your prayers, for your kind comments, for your
You can't
views,
hear anything?
for liking my videos, for supporting me where I can still do what I love to do so much. And I just want to continue it. And I know that right now, makeup might not be the most exciting as it has been, but I have hope that we're going to get back into that.
Have you guys been able to hear it? Someone just said that they can't hear anything. I can hear. Okay, all right. It was Heather McDonald. I'm sorry, but the problem might be on your end, because other people seem to be able to hear it. Check and make sure you're not muted or something, or you don't have like the YouTube mute button, little speaker button turned off. I do that all the time. And if I don't do it on the video screen, then I'll do it up on top of the tab. It's always turned off somewhere, it seems. It's a pain in the ass. Okay. Doesn't it to hear about like what she went through and everything this past year, and to know that Katie's reach went so far, I'm sure it wasn't just Katie's reach, but come on, a good part of it was Katie's reach. Her reach went so far as to contribute to that much turmoil in Tati Westbrook's life and marriage and everything. It's wow. Dude. Now imagine if someone else's reach had gone that far in Katie's life. Wow, would there be hell to pay? You know, and I question if she even feels any remorse or anything over having contributed to that much hardships in somebody else's life and marriage. I know a lot of people don't really care for Tati, but regardless, I mean, hearing her talk just there, it sounded pretty genuine to me. I mean, and even jerks, you know, can still, I don't know, be fucked over. Yeah, commentary with Kelly. She probably feels like kind of powerful to think that her reach goes that far or something. I don't know, maybe she does. I wouldn't be surprised. All right, so I'm gonna go back to the Katie video. I just want to play like that part. Someone had tipped me off to it and everything, and I listened to it real quick, and I was like, yeah, no, I want to play that. So, what am I doing? I can't believe all this. It's gonna keep just working. I gotta turn it over. Okay.
From Sue, and she really loves me too. Like, I had no clue these people who hate me loved me and sent me love letters. And the great thing is that I don't delete my DMs at all. Like Kim Fulmer, you know, she hates me, but she was begging to be my moderator. So in 2019, she sent me this message and said, I'm so glad to.
I was saying, she said she doesn't delete her DMs. And I was like, of course not. She needs content for an episode at some point. All right, I'm just going to stop turning off mute because I'm just going to keep leaving it on.
Help moderate your lives. I'll just need a heads up. I'm in North Carolina. She gave me her phone number and then her email address. And then she was like, telling me she wanted to start group chats. She really loved me. And there's the other lady named Jill. I think, what does she go by? She's like Boots Mama or something. I don't know. She loves me too. Did you know that Shen's panty liner, you know who that lady is on Twitter? She used to send me messages back in 2020, like to keep me posted on what was going on. And this is what Shen sent to me in a message. She said, I will admit in the beginning of this, I fell for the smear pant. This is from Shen's panty liner from her real account. And this was in my DMs. I will admit in the beginning of this, I fell for their smear campaign. I have thought since the beginning that the screenshots of you saying that about her nephew were fake all along.
I'm skipping over
But
this.
I thought maybe fill in the blank was being on November 24th, 2019.
I don't really want to discuss the whole were they faked, were they not faked thing anymore. I just, especially considering the subject matter of it, it's just, I think it needs to, I personally feel like people need to stop covering it. I don't know, whatever. Because really, if they were faked, it's fucked up. If they weren't faked, it's fucked up. Either way, it's fucked up.
I found it.
Oh, that was the airdrop noise.
Yeah, the fighting has been going on for years, but I honestly don't care. Like, if you like Leslie, it's fine. But she accused me of some dumb stuff. So when all this was going on, Matt sent her this, like the night that she went live. And he said, it's time to take Instagram. It was a community guideline strike.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I've just been digging through like my past. And I realized how far I've come on YouTube. I am one busy gal. Oh, yes, I was accused of that too. Yes.
What?
So, what? Yes. I was accused of that too. Yes.
What was she accused of? What's here in the chat? What am I missing? Oh, the whole, maybe be that. Planting banned substances. Maybe that was it.
So what I've learned about YouTube when it comes to creators and content, and there's just a lot of things, obviously, between 2019 and 2021, I've changed, and I've definitely don't live in the same world that I lived in then. I don't have the same interactions with my subscribers as I used to. I don't even really talk to my subscribers for the most part privately. And I've put up boundaries around me. I have a legal team now, and I try to just do what I can to like protect my business. And I think if I would go back in time to that time, specifically with the stuff relating to her, I think what I would have done is just tried not to like mend fences so much. Like I wanted to make things right.
I swear it takes a certain kind of person to walk away 2 years later after this blowout or whatever amongst friends or colleagues, and to look back on things and to regret trying so hard to resolve issues. I mean, that's just, I don't know. That's weird. I mean, I know she's not saying that I wish that I fucked with her more. I know, I get that's not what she's saying, I don't think. But it's still weird to say, I wish I hadn't tried to make things right so much. I mean, even if you fail at doing that, who really regrets that 2 years later? I don't, it's weird.
Right with her so many times, and I like apologized, and I would try to like alleviate things, and then whenever I was the hot topic, she would come up with her stuff after she would apologize to me privately for it. And I realized that, you know, relationships on YouTube are very fickle. So if someone can make money off of your whatever perceived damages to them, they might consistently bring you up when you are the hot topic. And that's really what has happened with her. Like, we will be fine for a period of time, and then we'll have like a 4-hour conversation where I think everything's great, and then like I'll get dragged for something, and then she has to remind people that I'm a shitty person, and she leaves out parts of the story, I guess.
Well, okay. Am I muted? No, okay. All right, so type a 1 in chat if you think Leslie really needs to remind people that, you know, Katie can be a shitty person, or put a 2 in chat if you think, nah, people pretty much already know this, like, round, you know, year round. Curious. What do you think? What do you think is going to be pressed the most? Like, does the world really need LB to remind us of this? Yeah. 2, 2, 2, 2. It's a lot of 2s, Rachel. Jeez, Kristen. It's a lot of 2s. Word.
I don't do the same things I did back then. I learned a lot about like tit for tat, and I hurt, you know, like going back and forth and that kind of stuff. Like, it just, I don't do that anymore. Like, I just bring this up today because she consistently keeps telling people that I took her channel down, and it's just factually not true. And I understand that beneficially it helps her channel to drag me because she's built an audience on dragging me. The problem is that whenever I speak about it, then suddenly I'm the bad guy and I'm the bully, and then she threatens to sue me. And it's ridiculous. Yes, Aaron did it.
What was it? Yeah. And she said you did a giveaway for members and you asked people to donate money. I spoke up and said, no, you're wrong. I'm the one that offered to donate because I had gift cards. Oh, I remember that giveaway. Okay. And yes, someone did speak up and say that they had gift cards. That is true.
I did not ask for donations. Aaron did donate 2 $50 gift cards, which we did give away. And that was not in conjunction with the giveaway. So yeah, but Erin did have money. She wanted to help she wanted to help a couple families that were struggling over Christmas.
I think you might be right, Laura Baker.
So I made a joke about the Josh Duggar merch. We aren't making that
not.
merch. We were never making the merch. I made a joke like new merch idea. We were definitely working on it. We do have some Frida stuff that we're coming up with, but we've been playing with mock-ups, and someone made a joke and said like, I need a shirt that says, you were there for the phone. And that was it. But we're not making the shirt. This is very common of YouTube creators from 2000. So much of this is, but we're not making the shirt for the phone. And that was it. But we're not making them. You were there for the phone. And that was it.
God damn it. Okay. I'm not turning mute on anymore tonight. I've had it. Does anyone know what she's talking about there? You were there for the phone? Like, I know, I can't even guess what she's talking about there. I have no clue. No. Thank you all for the mute, like, heads up. I will try not to put it back on. All right, so no one knows what she's talking about. Okay. Yeah, I'm curious. A cop showed up at the car lot. Oh. FBI took his phone. Okay. Thank you.
That was it. But we're not making the shirt. This is very common of YouTube creators from 2000. So much of this has changed. You must protect yourself. Right. But I've never, like, my thing with her is that I never want anything bad for her, like, at all. I do think that she can have a very successful career. I think she speaks to a different audience than I do, right? So every creator that creates has an audience that they speak to, right? And we all have people that want to hear our stories and who like our point of view. And I think every kind of creator has their audience. And I know that I have mine. I have crafted that here.
All right, so Claire, wait, I'm not mute, right? Okay. Claire says, Leslie and Katie did a live together and called a mod out by phone, calling her home number. That's right. That's all I remember. All right. Okay, I remember that. Or I remember hearing about it. I didn't actually see it. Does anyone have that, actually, that video? I've never seen that. That'd be interesting. When's your birthday, Kimberly? You make a mute emoji. I think there is one. Oh, you mean for the channel, though? Maybe. I didn't really make the ones that I have, so I'll ask her. I'm not very artsy at all. September 2nd. Well, happy early birthday. What are you going to be, like 29 or some shit? Mhm. 21 again, Mrs. Cassandra says. With 18 years experience. Jesus, I read that at first and I thought, no, she's not really going to be 25, is she? Shit, I'm an asshole. I don't even want to talk about how old I'm going to be. But my birthday's not coming up in September, so there's that.
Here. And I definitely am not making that.
Oh. Happy birthday to you too, Star Lily. You're going to be 60 on the 3rd. Wow. Awesome. Happy birthday. Mm-hmm.
No, we don't. It was definitely a joke. We do not want to make money off Josh Duggar's likeness. Like, my husband and I were like, we're not going to make money off Josh Duggar's likeness. Not only that, we're not going to make money off of like child sexual abuse, right? It was a joke, not about what he was doing. It was a joke about what I had said on a live stream.
Wait, what?
What he was doing, abuse, right? It's like this. Like, we don't, it was, no, we don't, It was definitely a joke. We do not want to make money off Josh Duggar's likeness. Like, my husband and I were like, we're not going to make money off Josh Duggar's likeness. Not only that, we're not going to make money off of like.
I think she's remarking to the artsy nurse here should make merch about the Katie haters since you're making money since they're making money off you. Maybe mock-up was hysterical. Oh yes, I totally took it as a joke, but she decided to run with it just to make money off of you, I think. Okay, all right.
Of like child sexual abuse, right? It was a joke not about what he was doing. It was a joke about what I had said on a live stream. But what has always frustrated me about her is that she has an opportunity to cover other topics, and there's really no reason for someone who covers reality television to also cover me. But that's just my...
Who the fuck is she to even think she should suggest to other creators what they should or shouldn't cover? I mean, what? Wow.
And I think she should be successful. I think she would be more successful if she stopped talking about me, honestly, and just delivered her content. And I hope for her that at some point she can get past this. I have only ever wanted the best for her. What I don't like is the constant lying to me. Regarding Todd Chrisley, we are working on that. He has not filed a lawsuit. He wants me to sit for a deposition.
I'm not muted, right? Okay. So Kristen NZ, I see that it looks like you're asking about the cupcake video. If you think you're going to be around, like towards the end of the stream, we can close out the stream with it. Usually when, in the past anyways, when I've played the video for people who haven't seen it, we've done it at like the close of stream and everything. It's kind of, it's a nice way, I think, to just go out with the stream, you know? I think it's a nice way to exit the stream. It's, I don't know. Definitely, it makes me stay awake for a little while afterwards. So there's that, you know? But yeah, if you're, I mean, I don't know what time it is in New Zealand. I think you're like, what, like 14 hours ahead of us, I think. So it's like 11. Oh, so it's, yeah, it's evening, afternoon there. Okay. So yeah, if hopefully you were still awake and around and stuff. I figure I started like 10:30, so I'll probably go to at least 12:30. So, okay.
Position, and we will be filing a motion to quash, basically, where we're going to tell him we don't have anything relevant to offer him. Oh, hi, Christina.
Star Lily, she was talking about LB, or who used to be known as Leslie Bass. You might know her by either name, but she goes by LB now. So that's who she was talking about. Now she's talking about Todd Chrisley.
Hey. Right. Just getting back to your job, doing what you're doing. And that's always what I want for everyone is like, just make your content, have a good time, like give your audience what they want. I never want to be like the channel that's giving you guys drama all the time. To be honest, I'm not into that. But I also know that you guys are interested in my life. So at times, yeah. I'm a pop.
I mean, there is definitely an interest. I don't know if I would be like admitting or definitely bragging about that. Like, it's more like a fascination. It's not with life. It's her reaction to things, I think. Like, kind of like watching, I don't know, watching a fight. Like, it's barbaric, it's primitive, it's kind of asshole, but you can't stop watching it. I don't know. It's kind of like what it's like.
Popular topic. Well, I'm a popular topic, mind you, because
Sure.
there's been a harassment campaign against me for 2 years, which is what I'm working on with this lawsuit. So that's why I've been very late this week. I've had multiple meetings with attorneys, and we are preparing a lot of documents right now. We are sorting through a lot of evidence, and we are preparing lots of letters to a lot of YouTubers. The thing that sucks is that in the middle of all of this, there's just been a lot of people that have been misled, and I just want it to end.
Oh.
And I don't want to dig into someone's life. I don't want to know about what's going on in Leslie's life today. I don't want to know what's going on in so-and-so's life today. I don't really care. What I want.
All right, I'm just saying. Sue, not Sue M. Sorry, Sue Elliott. I don't have your name in my contacts yet, and the notification came up with just that last text there you sent me, and I'm like, what the hell is this? What? The FBI's here for my phone? I'm looking at like, what the fuck? So then I opened it up and I see your last text. So I realize it's you, and then I'm like, oh, you're talking about Josh Duggar. She was explaining the whole phone thing. And she says, Josh wanted to call his lawyer, but FBI said, no, we're here for your phone. So I guess that's what it's about. But at first I'm reading that, I'm like, what? Why would they want my phone? If anything, I would want my computer if I was looking into shit I was doing. I wouldn't look at my phone. Not that you'd find anything anywhere, but whatever. So it was funny.
Is for Leslie to do what she does. I want to do what I do, and I want to just do that. That's all I've ever wanted. Okay, so I'm going to take a 2-second break. I might open this up to have a few of you join me. I see a lot of you in here that might have some things to say. So give me 2 seconds to take a break, and I'll be back in a second.
No, I did not get served any papers yet, Mrs. Cassandra. That's cool. I don't really want any, so that's good. Let me skip ahead here. Actually, I want to skip ahead to this one because where is it? I think it's her. Okay. I think it's this lady.
I've been watching.
Just listen to her. And that's what I mean. Yeah, listen to what the lady's saying, but watch Katie's face as the lady's talking. I just sat there watching this. I'm like, what is she? Why is she making that weird? What? Who does that?
And listening to you since about 2 months after you started YouTube. I'm a very quiet watcher and listener, but I wanted to give you a huge shout out for how strong of a person you are. And I just think that you've been through so much. I don't know how you've handled it. And I think that you have been
Oh my God, what the hell?
Persecuted.
Do you guys see the face she's making? Do you see this? This is who does that?
In every way. And I absolutely have never seen so many mean people in one place, which is YouTube. So
YouTube is mean.
Yes, it really, it's just unbelievable. And I just feel like you're through it, and you've grown so much, and you've been through so many challenges. And I just wanted to tell you that I'm really proud of
Like, she looks like she has to take a shit. I swear to God, I don't know what else.
you. I'm about twice your age. I feel like I'm your mom.
Oh,
And I always, I'm just always
A
pulling
grimace.
for
A
you,
grimace.
and I'm
I
just
love
really,
her.
I'm really proud of you. And my real name is
Aw.
Liz.
Is your
So
what?
my real name is Liz.
Oh, thanks, Liz. She said, everyone in the chat loves you. Shout out to Art Girl.
Aw, thank you. And I remember speaking.
Nikki says, I got an interesting clip from this live, and a new cult was formed with merch ideas. You want to play it? You want to share and play it, or I whatever you want? Let me know. The face though. I mean, I had to watch this like twice, like from start to finish, just looking at her face. I'm like, why? I mean, I think if I were on someone's panel and I was saying all these very kind things to someone, and they were making that face in the camera, I'd be like, fuck you. I don't know. I'd be like, I'm out of here. It's on my Twitter. I'll send it. Okay, cool. Right. I want to get past or through the rest of Artful here, and then I'll go check it out.
Speaking of Critical K, I got on Critical K's StreamYard or whatever this is called. And I was sticking up for you so much after that debacle when you were on there.
I got a lot of my subscribers were not happy with, and I didn't know anything about her. And I listened to my subscribers. They were not happy at all about it. And then I saw some of the tweets that she had said about Jewish people. And I was just like, not okay.
Yeah. And I don't want to be a mean person, but I want to say that
she's referring to a post or a comment. I think it was, I don't remember. I think it was a comment that Critical K made about Jewish people. And she said that they tasted like chicken. It was a horrible, shitty comment. Now, imagine you're referring to that comment and you say, it was not okay. Like, she acts like that, like Critical K called someone a bitch. I mean, it was horrible. It wasn't just not okay. That was not okay. It was fucking horrible.
That I think that Kay is a mean person. And like you just finished telling the other woman,
Hey,
I don't
Tyra.
even know why she has to ask you any of that, because anyone that's ever watched Critical K with all her critical thinking would know that she certainly seems to be in love with the killer of Shanann. And I've never even gone through the whole story, but I just think it's crazy. And also, not to go off in a tangent, but there are lots of people that should be taken down from YouTube. There are so many mean people. There are so many people that are disgusting, but YouTube doesn't catch up with them. And that's just what it is. And
yeah, and I think, I don't know if Kay's stuff had to do with the Enriqueos, or I don't know, like,
yeah,
I know
anything.
there's a change.org, or there's a GoFundMe that was started by the Watts Shanann's family, her brother, and they are suing someone in the UK. And I know that they've also had a lot of issues with Kay. And then there's the Enriqueo family. And I just think in general, when you cover crime, you have to be sensitive to the victims, and just re-victimizing victims is not cool.
Yeah. Well, it's just, I can always.
Okay, like hearing her say shit like that. Did you guys see the movie Bad Teacher? They're at the school dance, and it's was it Cameron Diaz? Is there? I can't freaking remember her name now. It was her, Justin Timberlake's character there, and the dude from How I Met Your Mother. Like they're all in there, and they're talking about like slavery or whatever, and then sharks, and like Justin Timberlake, like it's just comical. He's like, oh my god, yeah, slavery's the worst, like it's. I don't know. It's like your typical suburban, like white person, like response to something so detrimental. But they make it sound so trivial, and that's exactly what she sounds like when she talks about these serious topics. She makes it just sound like, oh my god, this is that sucks. It's I don't know. It's crazy.
Always have my own innate feeling about someone, and I knew from day one listening to her and so many others.
She's not even paying attention anymore.
A lot of people should be deplatformed, and I think the woman that just called in should know, if she's been on YouTube for any length of time, that there are horrible channels and they never get taken down. So we don't really know why. But to all of those people, if they can hear me, which they probably can't, all of the mean, disgusting people that have made a small amount or a ton of money off of talking about you, they should be ashamed of themselves. It's ridiculous. And now they're just starting to make up stuff. It's just.
Oh, they've been doing that for like 2 years, like all the fabrication stuff. It's been a nightmare.
Oh yeah. Oh, I know they've always made it up. I just mean now you've gotten through everything except for this joke of this Todd Chrisley. I can't even listen to him. Oh my gosh. But there's nothing else to say, but they'll come up with the smallest things. And I really think they should be ashamed of themselves. Like, everybody needs to leave you alone. You're very professional. You do your job. And if you need to come out every once in a while and defend yourself, you have every right to. So I just want to give you a huge applause. And I know that all of your supporters do. So I know I don't say much, and I'm not a member. I'm just not a member of anyone. But you'd be someone I would be a member of the channel. But
well, you obviously, thank you so much for your kindness. And to be frank, I don't.
Nikki, do you know what the timestamp was in her video? Because I don't remember my password for Twitter, and I'm signed into it automatically on Firefox. So I pulled it up on Firefox, but I can't share screen on Firefox. So I can share, your post or whatever, and then share the video clip from hers, maybe. And I'll share a link to your tweet and everything here in the comments. And it would be helpful if I put the chat up where it belongs. That'd be nice. And am I in live chat too, Automatic? Hey, got one right. Oh, good night, Victoria. Thanks for being here. I know it's kind of late. I know I've been starting lately. I'm sorry, because I believe you're on the East Coast with me. I think. Yeah, I don't. She seems like such a nice, sweet, lady, and I don't know. And Katie's just sitting there. She's got I got to take a big shit face on while this lady's like giving her compliments and support and everything. I feel bad for her. Send you a match. Oh yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, I can figure it out. Oh, okay. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you. What? Kimberly says to Tyra, it helps if you stab yourself in the foot or headbutt a door. Wait, does that help listening to Katie? Is that it? Oh, I'm going to fix my face too, at least pretend. Who'd you DM on Instagram there, Kimberly? Huh? I'm teasing. Let's see. Okay. I think I'm going to skip ahead of this chick here. Wait, is there anything in the beginning? Because I didn't really see much of the beginning. And I don't really feel like hearing her talk about fucking Unirock again. I just don't. Let's see. What do I got here? Oh, you know what? I know what I can do. Oh, all right. I remember that. All right. Oh, and then she was talking about her Adderall again. And then the Duggars. Tila Tequila. Did you? I remember that too. She thought she saw the name Tila Tequila there in the chat, and she was all excited. Is that the real Tila Tequila or whatever? Dude, that chick is freaking crazy now. Why would you? Oh my god! Like she was on Facebook there for a while, and she was just off the wall. Like, I mean, I don't. Somehow she's racist. Like she really is. Like she doesn't like minorities. It's the strangest thing. I don't get it, but like it's a religious thing. Like maybe she's not anymore. Okay, it's been like probably since like 2019, the last time I seen her get all crazy and shit on Facebook. But she was all crazy Christian and shit, and like hating on minorities, and I think gay people too. And I think isn't she like bisexual or something? I don't know, but she's crazy. She was in 2019. Oh, here she's talking about Michelle. All right, yeah, I'll skip ahead. Unless, I don't know, anyone else has timestamp. Oh, wait, Nikki, did you come back with a timestamp? Yeah. I think. If I have to, I'll figure out how to sign into Twitter here. Thank you so much for the super chat, Rose. You can see I'm going to have to watch this from the beginning, and I thank you for doing the Lord's work. Bless you. Oh, 58, or no, 5328. 5328. Okay, 5327, but I like to start ahead just a little bit in case I missed context.
Do that. And as I was going through my actual, check this out. I made a video today. I don't like to rehash this, but the person involved in this mess cannot stop talking about me. So I figured I would just show this. But I was accused of taking down this person's channel. And while I was in the middle of my lawsuit with the Westbrooks, which is now settled, praise the Jesus upstairs, this person continually.
Okay, and so what was it you said? So Nikki says on Twitter, so I'm confused. You preach about being an atheist, always share your cult story, but then you give us this little gem. praise to the Jesus upstairs. Yep. Let me copy that. So where's my chat? If anyone wants to go check out Nikki's post or Nikki's tweet. Jesus. Oh, it's all right. Of course, I went twice. There. It's true. I mean, she didn't even say like, you know, praise to like the, I don't know, the eye in the sky, or, you know, she didn't even mock it. You know, she just praised to the Jesus upstairs, like as opposed to the Jesus downstairs. So I guess it's kind of weird, but. Or maybe she means, because remember in that one video she did, she talked about all the Jesuses. She was talking about she met Jesus or whatever. The Jesus she's known Jesus. I forget what it was. I remember I made a joke about it in a translator video. So maybe she's just talking about like the actual Jesuses she's known. You know, like maybe there's one upstairs in her house. Maybe it's the new nurse for her son. Who knows? Merch ideas for my friends on Twitter. Oh yeah, atheists who praise the Jesus upstairs. Yeah. Oh, you DM me on Instagram. Oh, I was just teasing you, but cool. I'll check that out. I want to skip ahead here. I don't really. I went over some of that. I looked at the transcript, and I think we'll go ahead. Oh, this chick. Oh my God, this chick was funny. She was totally. Tell me she wasn't breaking her balls. She was totally breaking Katie's balls.
And I don't prefer to even speak about that other person because that other person has a tiny platform and they do not deserve my time, effort, or energy.
I'm sorry, John. Yeah, that's right. That's why I didn't pull it up on my new like sock Twitter or whatever here on that I have saved on Google, on Chrome, because that's right. I saw that she had her shit locked and I can only see it on my account. I'm sorry. Well, if you're friends with Nikki, you can see it. If not, shit out of luck, I guess. Sorry. I think Llama Girl said she was maybe about. Oh shit! Where'd it go? I think Llama Girl said she was maybe about to say "Praise be" from A Handmaid's Tale, but she stopped herself. I gotta hear that again. You might be right. I don't know. I gotta hear it again. Was it 53:28? And then it went 140-50.
But I was accused of taking down this person's channel. And while I was in the middle of my lawsuit with the Westbrooks, which is now settled, praise the Jesus upstairs.
Yeah, that's totally what it sounded like. It is. I don't know if that's definitely what she was trying to or about to say or whatever, but it's totally what it sounds or looks like. Absolutely. That's hilarious. Oh yeah, you can always request it too. Nikki says she'll usually allow people in at John. So all right. So was that 120, I think? No. 140. We're gonna start there.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna drop you off and answer your questions.
No.
Since you're.
That's it. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. So no, I am not.
No,
you not YouTube.
Oh, I see. Okay, does that work better?
Yes, you got to turn off your YouTube.
Okay, I did that. Listen, Katie, I have not always agreed with you, but I just have two questions. One person.
I forgot about this chick. This was funny. So if you didn't watch it, if you didn't hear this yet or whatever, this is funny.
Somebody named Barbie did a video about you and said that you were maybe a secret writer for the Sun, and I didn't know if that was true, and I'm just kind of curious. And I also want to know what you thought about what Roadhog's been doing, rebroadcasting your stuff. I'm just on here real quick. Just wanted to ask those questions and kind of drop off, kind of hear what you had to say.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna drop you off. I'm gonna answer your questions.
No,
Since you're
that's it. Go ahead.
okay. All right. So no, I am not a secret writer for the Sun. And I don't prefer to even speak about that other person because that other person has a tiny platform and they do not deserve my time, effort, or energy. Cynthia, hello.
Hi. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, so am I muted? No, okay. So Kimberly messaged me and she asked if we could watch a video. It's one of my videos actually, but it's my video on the cupcake video. So I thought this would be a good way to introduce Kirsten and Z to the cupcake video and maybe not gross everyone else out quite as bad. Since, at least I break it up with some stupid jokes or something here and there. And we don't have to, it's not all Todd, just, sexing up a cupcake. Sound cool? 1 if yes, 2 if no. Like a shark about to devour someone. I'm a secret writer for Penthouse. No, okay. The forums. Only not so secret. Not sexing up a cupcake. Okay. Right. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it up. Why is that shouldn't be coming up on my home screen? Why is my channel different? Where is my cupcake video? Why isn't it right there? It should be right there on the. God damn it! Is it because I'm on Chrome? Son of a bitch. No matter. I'll find it. Welcome screen. I think that's where I have it. Wait a minute. I'll just find it this way. There it is. Okay, share screen. Okay, so this is one of my videos. It's an entitlement video. And basically I did an entitlement video on Todd's cupcake video. So that's it. And it's called Why the Entitlement Translator No Longer Eats Cupcakes. So.
Hey. I got something real special for you tonight.
Who, me?
I'm going to do a mukbang video for you. And I'm going to eat this cupcake right here. So.
Please, no. But I'm only the translator.
so good. Riff number 1. Wow. What a killer riff. Wow.
Please stop.
I'm almost done with this one. I think I'm gonna do 2.
For the love of God, no.
Riff number 2.
Why?
Damn. Figured I'd give you guys some more, so I got me a hot pocket.
No, not a Minnesota Hot Pocket.
That is delicious. Yeah. Honey, can you go out and give me some White Castle?
Okay, yeah, at least at that time I remembered the meal. So that's the gist of the cupcake video. So if you want, I'll fill you in more about it. Basically, Todd has a friend who has a YouTube channel, and his friend like plays like, I don't know, music or whatever, like musicians playing music, on this YouTube channel. And in between like clips or whatever, he was having Todd come in and just make like little funny jokes or whatever. You just, basically funny, stupid, entertaining segues into like the next music clip, So when you hear Todd sitting there saying, like, here's riff number 2, he means like, here comes the second guitar riff or whatever featured in this episode. Now, Todd did like a couple of, I don't know how many of these videos, but I know that there's 2 videos anyways on the subreddit. I don't know if Todd did more or not. What happened was the moderators learned of this somehow, and they knew the moderators for the subreddit, and they knew whose YouTube channel this was. And they wouldn't tell anyone because they didn't want people to find this channel and go break their balls and end up having Todd stop doing these. They didn't want us to lose these stupid little videos. Ultimately, though, I guess it ended up getting back to Todd somehow, and he ended up stopped doing them. And I think these videos have been removed. I think I heard that these videos have been removed from whoever's channel this was. I still don't know whose channel it was. I don't really care to know either. If Todd's not doing any more videos, what's the point of watching it? So, but yeah, that's what it was. So in between, like in his video that he did for the channel, there's a little bit more cupcake eating, probably. There's actually a lot more, like a good minute and a half more, maybe. So you're welcome that we watched this one. I mean, yeah, you had to hear my stupid jokes, but you're welcome. I got an idea. I'm going to save Minnesota Hot Pockets name anyways. I'm going to make a homemade version and call them Off the Pockets. I'm not feeling I loved. Are you saying that you're not feeling loved, Crystal? I love you, Crystal. You can feel loved. I think, honestly, Kimberly, right about Kristen shouldn't want to kill you, because if she only knew how much worse for her it could have been if we had played the Reddit video. I mean, I don't know. If she starts to want to kill you, then I would somehow get her to trick her into seeing the Reddit video, and then she'll not want to kill you anymore. Like ever again, probably. Like ever. Like you could probably like shoot her dog and she still wouldn't want to kill you. Or maybe not ever. I'm sorry, Asbel. Again, I'm going to, it could have been worse. It could have been worse. Just saying. My Lord, this is disgusting. I don't think I can. I know, right? Okay. Oh, I want to go back to the video I was waiting. You just put that poison in our eyes and ears. But I did it because I love you. And like, think of me like Mama Joan Crawford. No, Hostess cupcakes. No, I'm kidding. All right. I'm getting silly now. All right, let me go back to that video.
So a fan. And then when all of the drama started happening, I did a huge deep dive
into my life.
Okay, who else heard this girl, this woman, come on, and instantly, right away, when she said a fan, who else thought, oh, no, you're not? Who could just tell it, like, instinctively, the way she was coming, like, the way her voice was coming out of her mouth, like, no, that's despisal. It's not fan. You don't like her. I don't know. I would hate to see if you didn't like us then. Oh, yeah, it'd be bad. It'd be bad. But I mean, I'm not that sadistic, really. Like, I'm not really that sadistic at all. Like, it would never involve Todd in a cupcake, if you know, but it would still be hell, just a less gross kind of hell. What would we have to watch him and Katie? Oh God, no! Oh, what the fuck, Crystal? No. The ideas mentioned by the creator of this channel are hers and hers alone for educational purposes. Please do not reenact the scene. Well, depending on who it is, but Todd, please don't reenact that scene. I'm only a sadist to cupcakes. No, I'm kidding. All right.
Yeah. I mean, well, it's all there. And whatever, allegedly. And I read it all. And I guess what especially on the Reddit page, which they'll link after link after link. And I have two questions. The first is that there was definitely a drumming up thing going on. I can't figure out what the origins of the drama are. And I'm wondering if you could, in whatever language you want to use, explain to me when it got so, it kind of exploded. And I know that you have said that you think it's like, what, 4, 5, 6 girls who sometimes have different identities. And then they've kind of like drummed up this whole thing.
Wait,
but
girls.
Like, I can't quite figure out what the origin.
This woman just totally forgot about Steve. I mean, and it's all Steve's fault. I mean, like, yeah, so it's not girls, it's Steve.
Of it are, and it just seems like
hashtag Steve's fault.
It seems unbelievably crazy, but I can't kind of figure out where it comes from originally.
I just think in general, I have it's a long story, and the Reddit is not a very good place to go, if I would be honest. They've been very cruel to me and inaccurate, and have filtered a lot of false information about my life. And you only need to piss off one narcissist.
But it's kind of funny when you start going down the rabbit holes of things like creepshow art.
Wait,
and
what?
Like the crazy.
What do you mean you only have to piss off one narcissist? Why? Do they like travel in packs or something? If you piss one off, you got to deal with the whole pack? I mean, I don't understand what they, or she's saying that it only takes one narcissist to create or invent and create a harassment campaign on social. I mean, why only one narcissist? I don't get it. It just doesn't make sense.
Craziness of the last few months that have been going on YouTube. But I cannot, like with her, obviously she's insane. But, you know, the amount of people who think you're like a psychopath is great. And I'm like, I don't know. I've been watching the girl for like a year. Like, I think I would get psychopath vibes.
Are you worried? Are you worried that I'm a psychopath? Is that what you're?
No. I'm trying to figure out in this kind of craziness of social media here's a question. If you could pinpoint one or two things you would have done differently, or would you not have done anything differently and you just think it's crazy people coming after you?
Hold on. I don't.
That's right. Listen to her answer, okay? I'm going to rewind it just like 10 seconds so you can hear the woman's question again, and then pay attention to how she answers this.
Don't
done any things you would. Here's a question. If you could pinpoint one or two things you would have done differently, or would you not have done anything differently and you just think it's crazy people coming after you?
Hold on. I can't talk about some of this stuff because there's a lawsuit involved with one of the people. Mm-hmm. And a lot of it starts and ends there. So, I think a lot of people will develop a lot of reasons to not like someone. And, the more popular you get, the more hate you get. And I blew up very fast. And a lot of the drama around me is very convoluted and false and fabricated. And that's all I can say. You cannot rationalize the irrational.
That's her answer. When someone asked her, if you had a chance to do it all over again, like, what would is there anything you do differently? What would you do differently? Like, who couldn't even just like fake an answer to that question? And she's, I just think a lot of people would dislike people for whatever reason. And I mean, you can't rationalize the irrational. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
So, okay. So ultimately you believe that there was originally a small group of people and they drummed up like a whole bunch of things.
I'm not saying anything.
Okay. I respect that. Do you have, last question, do you, and that sort of, for lack of a better word.
You don't like me though. I can tell that.
No. I'm just that kind of person. I'm just a skeptical person. I'm totally. No. I've recommended you to so many people who are obsessed with the Duggars. I'm not that obsessed with the Duggars. I'm like, dude, if you really want to know everything going on, you've got to watch this girl.
Cynthia is not a fan, you guys.
No, it's not true. I'm just trying to figure it out.
No, I'm being honest. If you really cared about someone, would you go onto their channel and be this way?
I've defended you on Backwoods Barbie. I've defended you on tons of other platforms.
Okay.
Like,
be what way? Why would she go on someone's channel and say, hey, if you could do it all over again, what would you do differently? Like, oh my God, you bitch.
Genuinely, I'm just trying to figure out why it's blown up and why it's so crazy. That was my only, but no. It's not like I have defended you because you know what happens in YouTube is you get the recommendations of other things to watch that has to do with you because I'm a subscriber.
Okay.
And so you watch the stuff that's completely, bashing you. And I'm always like, I can't marry the watching you and all this crazy out there. And that's all I'm trying to understand.
Well, and as I said before, like you cannot like when you're trying to rationalize the irrational, you can't. Like there will always be people who don't like you. And then you have to make up your own mind as the viewer. I live in the world where I don't make decisions based on what other people say about me. and what other people say about other people. Like, I don't tell you as a listener to like someone or dislike someone. Even when we talk about the dog.
Really? Because I can recall several times where she has said on Twitter mostly that if you voted for Trump, if you're if you're right wing, whatever, just unsubscribe. Don't follow me. I don't want, it just, all right, whatever.
The Duggars or whatever it is that you're watching, you can make your own decisions. You can like them, you can not like them. There's a lot of people on YouTube that want to tell you who to like and who not to like and who to listen to and who not to listen to.
For sure.
And unfortunately, I got caught up with some people that I would rather not have ever known, ever. And they have made my life a living hell. And we are in a lawsuit now.
Cool. Not cool, but I understand.
And it's fake screenshots. They want to call me a psychopath, and I'm not.
I know. One last question. Do you think there's something endemic to the kind of tea community, which I'm not sure you really are? Like, most of the time you're reporting on reality TV people, right? But like, you overlap with the tea community. Is there just something endemic about that community that makes it more toxic, in your opinion?
I just think in general, like, you have people that are like interested in drama. So that they want to seek out drama from, and then there's a whole vibe on YouTube of people of creators that literally want to and exist to create drama with other creators for views.
Thank you for chatting with me. I am a fan.
Well, I'm sorry if I'm hard on you.
Okay, we can keep watching this. I'm surprised she let Lady on panel with her for as long as she did. Yeah, exactly. We can keep watching this if you want. Who comes on? Who comes on after her? I forget. I know, like, Tex comes on. I don't feel like listening to his shit. He's annoying. And Todd comes on, and that's whatever. I thought we could do like a little bit of a flashback file. I played it a couple times before on the channel, but it's been a minute since I played it last. It's the, where is it? Okay, it's the video. It's from 1/12/21. It's where she did back-to-back videos. She did one on her Katie Joy Live channel and then one on her Without a Crystal Ball channel. And it was the anniversary of her son, almost dying. And it's the one where she goes off on people in the chat for having the nerve to talk amongst each other in the chat. In the chat. They were talking in the chat. So where are we? Okay. So I guess, I don't know. We'll do one if you want to watch the in the chat video, or two if you want to keep watching this anniversary video. Or we could do Flashdance. I don't know who Laura is, Tyra. Laura who? Duck porn. I'm not watching. Not putting duck porn. We'll do that on Claire's channel. That's Claire's theme. No, I'm kidding. Do you have any email, Erin? Yes, I do. Here, I'll type it for you. It's real easy to remember though. Or if you do end up forgetting it, you can go to the about section here on the channel and it's listed there along with my Twitter and I think my Facebook, but it's ekcpeoplesuck@gmail.com. Oops. Tyra. Damn it. There. It's just up to, that's all. But 1, 2, and 69. All right, kaleidoscopics. Sharing my brain. What? Fuck yeah, I want them. Sorry. If you're in here in the chat, just not talking, I got to see your message, and yes, I want them. But I'll get back to you. All right, so the ones went up. Which one was first, though? I think it was this one. I don't know. I'll find out. Either way, it's revealed very quickly early on which one it was. Okay, yep, that's that one. All right, I got the right one. Holy shit, I never get the right one. Never happens. Let me know if you can hear it.
Straight. Hi guys. I haven't been online. I haven't done a live in a couple days. I am just trying to focus on getting normal content out and getting the other channel just sort of like back up and going. But today was one of those days where I feel like I'm like completely off. You guys, we have so much to talk about.
What the fuck?
So today was one of those days where sorry, my stand is all messed up. I can't get my face in the middle. Even if I try. I can't get my face in the middle. Is this better?
All right, so she can obviously like do different like enunciations. I mean, you think she'd learn like how to say vowels or something, you know? I don't know. Like fraud. You think she would learn how to say fraud rather than fraud.
Okay. I was having this day, and I have a serious confession here. So I spent my day just doing like, I worked out, I got dressed, I spent like 8 hours watching the impeachment conferences with the House of Representatives, and then I was like, it took me like 3 hours just to put my makeup on. And I don't know why it took me so long just to even get ready. I felt like really unmotivated and I felt really like down all day. And I didn't even get like my first video out until like, I don't even know, 3 or so, which is like super late. And I literally just finished my last video. And like all day I was like feeling super down and I was like, why am I feeling so down? Why am I feeling so bad? What's going on? And I was like, well, maybe it's the stuff that's going on in the world, you know? Like maybe that's why you are not focusing. But like honestly, it never takes me like 3 hours like to get makeup on and like to even get started or stay focused, and I couldn't stay focused. And then like literally out of the blue, a friend of mine, Ashley, who honestly I've known like from a mommy group that I was in like 9 years ago, like a bunch of the mommy girl, like my birth month or whatever, like back when baby center was like a thing and you had like birth month groups.
Okay.
So what
I didn't even make that connection or whatever. She's talking about someone from one of the mommy groups. I don't know. Ashley? I wonder if maybe she was in the same group as, oh no, wait, she said it was birth month though. Was it? I think she was in an autism group with Adrian. So it would have been like long after her son was born. Never mind.
So one of the girls from the birth month group reaches out to me and she sent me like this message and she's like, this was in my memories, like from 8 years ago. And I was like, oh, what is it? And it was like this photo of my son as a baby. And then it was like this thing that was like, please pray for Vaughn and his family. This is like really scary. Like something really serious is going on. We don't know if he's going to make it. And then it was like, I looked at the calendar and I was like, this is why I can't get anything done today. This is why it's taken me like 4 hours just to do my makeup. It's the anniversary of the day that he almost died. It's like the most traumatic day.
Where is it? Are you still in here? Yeah, you are. Okay. Tyra, who is that? Who is where's the name? Life something perplexed? I have no idea like what this video's saying. Oh, the clip of Laura saying she spoke. Okay. I don't I mean, I can share it or I can play it or whatever, but I don't understand what it is. Like, I don't know who she is. So, I mean, I probably just don't understand the importance of it. Yeah, exactly. The hardest day, the hardest thing she had to overcome was when her son survived. Yeah, no, we did. This is a flashback file. Like I said, if you guys want, I can go back to the anniversary stream. It's up to you, but I came across this video today and I thought of it. But Diane, you said you knew. Diane said you knew Laura. Sorry. I don't think so. Wait, Laura, not that I can recall. Is it, are you saying that Life Perplexed is Laura? I mean, I can still play it. I mean, it's cool. I mean, if everyone else here knows who she is, I'll happily play it. I mean, if it's of interest to you guys, no. You're right, KT. This was January 12th. That's when I downloaded it. I'm pretty sure I downloaded it the same day she posted it. No, I actually no, that's right. I saved the date. I changed the title of the video and put the date in. So that means that this is when she put it up on. She did the stream. It was on the 12th, January 12th. Molly Golightly. Oh, okay. I heard of Molly Golightly. Laura Life Perplexed Chroma Trash is only 26. Yeah, no, I'll play it. Let's see. Oh yeah, cool. It's pulling right up on here. Okay. So this is on Tyra's channel. Tyra Nicole. I'll put a link in the chat. It's from what, today? Today's the 30th, or yesterday was, whatever. Anyone shocked that without a crystal ball is friends with life perplexed? Okay.
I am also going to be dipping my toes into this latest claim by Without a Crystal Ball, or this latest lawsuit Without a Crystal Ball. And I actually spoke to her yesterday, and yeah, I think the lawsuit is absolutely ludicrous. I think Todd is an idiot, and I'm going to get all into that later. But first, I'm going to.
So, like, does she know Todd Chrisley? It's just like, is she like, I don't know, is she famous or whatever? Is she YouTube famous? Or is she just YouTube famous? Is she of any, not importance, I don't want to say, but of wielding of any power, I guess. Oh, cool. Let's see if I can pull this up. Huh. What's it from? One minute. I have it. I have something here to play. Oh shit. Oh. Okay, so has anyone seen the deleted Chrisley Knows Best videos from Without a Crystal Ball? Because someone, let me message and see if I can give her credit for this, if she minds or not. Okay. All right, let me go back to you guys. I don't know. Where am I? Okay. Where's that one? Okay, so okay, let's see those. All right, cool. I thought I just saw she was typing. I just want to make sure that I can give her credit before I go and just say, hey, let's thank so-and-so. Okay. Yep. Can I give you credit, though, for sending me the Chrisley videos? I mean, I think I could, but I want to double check before I do that. All right. So where am I? Here. And what video is this one here? Oh, that one's long. All right, so I got one downloaded. We'll go ahead and do that one. Oh. Okay. So yeah, so we have these videos because Reagan was kind enough to send them to me. So thank you, fucking Reagan. Yay. I've never seen all of these videos. Like I've seen like the little clips here and there, but I've never seen the whole videos, and I've never seen like all of them. So it's let alone the deleted ones. So let me get this up there. How? There we go. Let me close some of these out. Okay, so this one that I'm playing here is from October 19th, 2019, exclusive former Chrisley Knows Best crew member, deleted MP4. Oh, yeah, MP4, duh. There's also from, oh wait, it says October 19th, but that might just be when it was downloaded in here. I don't know. Todd and Julie Chrisley fire back at Lindsay Chrisley, and Lindsay finally drops major receipts. And there's also Lindsay Chrisley reveals family secrets on Dr. Phil. I can download any one of the other two. So, Raykin, which one would you say is best? Like, what one would you recommend? Oh, you said you're busy doing stuff, though. I don't want to interrupt you or whatever. Oh, has anyone else seen these videos? Maybe someone has a suggestion? No, whatever it is. Oh, I know. Yeah. How she treated Susan Elliott. Oh, it's Sheila. I actually haven't watched him yet, but oh. Oh, you haven't even watched him yet. Okay. Well, I'll just go ahead and start playing the one that I have and see if it's, I don't know. Can always start a new one. But I just saw this too. Where was it? Sheila asked, is Raykin in here? I'm dying to know more about Hannah Banana's X channel. I actually have a screenshot of that, I think. Or something. Okay. Well, I kind of got a screenshot of it. So, what? I just saved it downloads. Where the fuck is it? Damn it. I'll do this. There we go. So here's this regarding her channel. It's from Twitter. It's her tweet. Team YouTube. It's from March 10th, 2021. Team YouTube, can you please manually review my channel as it has been suspended with only having one video ever and no previous strikes or warnings ever. I have already filed an appeal. It looks like an honest mistake. Thank you. And first, was I told the reason why she lost it? No. So that's what I was told and shared with about her video or her channel. So I don't know if that helps you or not, or It doesn't seem to answer your question, but all right, I'm gonna go start the video now. Enough chit chat.
Hello, everyone. It's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. I am having a Friday afternoon where I have been on mommy duty all day doing crafts with my son and having Halloween crafting. It's been an amazing day. I'm sure you maybe missed me. I don't know. I can't expect that you wait on bated breath for me. But during that time, I had the opportunity to have somebody anonymously from the Chrisley Knows Best crew actually reach out to me and let me know that they watched Lindsay Chrisley's interview on Dr. Phil and they said, I believe her. I'm not even lying. So what happened? Lindsay Chrisley was on Dr. Phil yesterday, a hour-long interview, which was aired through syndication. And Phil spoke with Lindsay about her take on what happened in.
I was just told regarding Hannah that Hannah went on someone else's panel being foul. I think it was the next day or a few days after, and it was terminated. So I don't know if that, I don't think that, well, it kind of answers your question.
In between her and her father, and a altercation that occurred between her and her stepmother, Julie, which ultimately led to her leaving the show, and also an altercation or an incident between her and her father this past summer in July, where he approached her and told her about nude photos and a video that her brother Chase had obtained for $5,000, and that she needed to be careful about what she said, or things wouldn't end well, with the implication that the PR team might leak a story with containing those nude photos, or that she was having an affair with the rogue investigator from Georgia Department of Revenue. Now, Without a Crystal Ball was finally able to obtain a copy of the lawsuit that the Chrisleys filed in the Northern District of Georgia federal court related to the allegations of the alleged improprieties by Mr. Joshua Waits in reference to the investigation of their taxes and his communications with Lindsay. And I also have the tea about the former crew member. So I was able to, before we get started, I was able to independently verify that this person did work on the crew. I will not be saying their name, their position, but I do know for certainty that they were there and they did experience things. So here is some of the details that I've learned. So they basically reached out to me right after my stream yesterday, where I broke down what happened with Lindsay on Dr. Phil. They mentioned that they actually had watched the Dr. Phil episode themselves. And immediately they said, I believe her. And I said, why do you believe her? And we started talking about their time working with the Chrisleys. And during that, they said things that were really very kind actually towards the Chrisleys. That Julie is a super nice woman, that she loves to make mason jar salads, that she is very warm and treats the crew amazing, and that Savannah, when they were there, was very innocent and young and new, that Chase and his dad had a very close relationship, that Lindsay was only there for filming, and that Kyle was rarely around. So I asked them, why do you believe Lindsay? And they said, Lindsay was the kind of person that was extremely.
Okay, dude, you're giving me whiplash, man, with with how you come at me, JCK17. Like at first, like I think the first time I noticed you or whatever, like you were coming for me hard, and then you started to like almost soften up, like almost like you're like a Sour Patch Kid. Like first you were sour, then you were sweet, and now I guess that feels like it's a sour comment again. New assignment, lots of police reports to read on Will DeClaire, including underage girls. I know you two are friends. Yeah, we're friends, but I don't understand why. I mean, I'm friends with a lot of people. That doesn't mean that every time they get police reports, I go on their channel. I mean, why are you even making this association at this moment? I don't understand. And Shyla, I'm so sorry I've been mispronouncing your name this whole time. You could have corrected me. Well, I don't want to stream his channel because then I'll take viewers from him. Yeah, no kidding. All right, I'm gonna go back to playing this for now. Okay.
Shy and only showed up for filming and was rarely around when the cameras were not on. According to this crew member, they said the Chrisleys frankly never really spoke about Lindsay when she wasn't around to them, as well as when Lindsay was there, that the energy in the house would sort of shift, because they said that Julie and Todd were very close with Savannah, Chloe, and Chase, but that when Lindsay would come in, there would be sort of an awkwardness. Not like they were rude, just more uncomfortable. Like things would get quieter, or the rest of them are very boisterous and outgoing, and Lindsay's actually very shy and quiet, and she never seemed to want any sort of attention, never seemed to want to be on camera. And everyone else in the family was kind of like begging and arguing to get the more airtime, right? But they said Lindsay was more like in the background, sort of doing her own thing, keeping to herself, didn't seem as connected or engaged to the family. And because of that, they know that she was not the kind of person that would ever seek the press out. They basically said that Lindsay was the kind of person that didn't seem to even want to be on the show, didn't seem interested at all in the fame, and seemed to be on a completely different level in terms of what she wanted compared to what the family wanted. They weren't surprised when Lindsay ended up leaving the show either, because again, they said she just didn't seem interested in the fame or the money. So when they found out that she was speaking to the press, they said they were extremely shocked, because Lindsay wasn't the kind of person to seek out press. She actually seemed too shy away from press, didn't want to be a part of the spotlight. And so they knew if she were going to go forward and say something, that it would be because it's her truth.
Son of a bitch. Thank you, John. Thank you. Fuck. Okay. Who's Kaylee? Like, is that the chick from England? And I want to clear up too. Like JCK, he can come at me any way he wants. I made the whiplash comment because he does seem to be going like, back and forth, back and forth. But I mean, he can go, and I'm assuming it's a he. I keep saying he, but I keep assuming it's a he. But they can come at me any way they want. I wasn't putting them putting them on the spot like that. Just pointing out, like, dude, make up your mind. Yes, Kaylee with the T is her channel. Okay, yeah, she's the one from England, right? Okay. I can see. I think I'm in Will's Patreon still. I'll see if maybe he's live on there or something, or if it's members only. Wish your stream would stop getting messed with. I enjoy what you're trying to show us. I appreciate you. Oh, thank you. All right, I'm gonna go back to playing it.
They also said that Julie and Lindsay had a really good relationship from what they could tell, and that they actually were, when they watched the interview, believed that, they said, yeah, Julie is really nice almost all the time. And so they were extremely surprised to hear about the altercation that occurred between Lindsay and Julie. They also said that Todd is kind of flamboyant and busy and loud and plays pranks and also has a lot of control on the show. And because of that, he has the ability to sort of dictate storylines and kind of decide where things are going. And as they become more famous and they get more money, sometimes that can change people. Now, without going into too many specifics, I will say that this person really had nothing poor to say about anyone, but more so that they really believed that Lindsay was telling the truth, specifically because she's just not the type of person to seek out any sort of attention. And they completely think it's outrageous that the family would accuse her of doing this for 5 minutes of fame, because it's completely against the Lindsay that they know. Which is interesting, right? She isn't Lindsay really isn't in the media. I mean, up until this, she has a Coffee Convos podcast that she does where she's not even on camera, and she does it from home where she works from home. And she does do some traveling for some of the recordings, but for the most part, she can just do it from home. So she left on her own will in 2017. She also said that the relationship that she witnessed between them was very much on the surface and on the camera. So there wasn't much of a relationship between Lindsay and them when the cameras weren't filming. So things were very different when Lindsay was off camera, and when she was on camera, they were supposed to be like this happy family. But when they weren't filming, Lindsay was not integrated at all with the family. So they said what you see on TV isn't always the same.
Like, what kind of feel do you guys get for Lindsay? Like, I mean, I know obviously none of us know her. I haven't watched much of this show with her on it, or much of the show in general. So I can't really, pull from what I've seen of her on TV. My entire, I guess, familiarity with Lindsay has been through Katie and through social media and through Todd, basically the things that they say about her, or the screenshots of her messages and stuff back and forth, or in her tweets and stuff, and I think Instagram. So that's my only experience with Lindsay, and I can't really get a feel for her. Like, normally, I can get some sort of feel or whatever for someone. And, it's not always correct, for granted, but they still give off a certain persona, and they don't need to do much to kind of give off a persona. But I don't get anything from her. I can't get a read on her. What do you guys think about her? She's a pissed off daughter who doesn't get the attention she wants from her dad and siblings, in my opinion. Okay, I can see that. Yeah. Because I remember, was it in Todd's podcast or whatever, he was talking about how he provided for Lindsay, was a $250,000 condo or some shit like that. And because she wanted to, well, he called it shack up. I think it's ridiculous. Why you would take away an apartment over there, but whatever, because she was spending the night there with her boyfriend. He took it away. I mean, that's pretty asshole. But it's also, he didn't have to provide it to begin with. So I don't feel like she had any kind of right to expect it, let alone to expect to keep it. for any reason, he could have taken it away. So, but she seems very pissed off, like she's really feels entitled to whatever she wants, maybe. Okay, I'm going to go back to playing this while I read your answers.
They kind of said the same thing with Kyle, that, you know, the energy would shift very dramatically when Kyle would come to the house, and that they seemed more interested and concerned in Kyle's daughter, Chloe, than they actually seemed in Kyle. Not to say that they didn't love Kyle, but that they had a very close unit bond, Todd, Savannah, Chase, and Julie. And the other kids were sort of from the outside looking in, which is comparable to some of the things that Lindsay has shared on in her interview with Dr. Drew, Dr. Phil, that things weren't as what they seemed, that the relationship she had with them had been very tenuous leading up to the filming, that she only did the filming because her father asked her to, that she never wanted to be a part of the show, that she would have preferred not to be a part of the show, and also sort of confirms to me that Lindsay was telling the truth. Now, Todd Chrisley and Julie Chrisley have been really silent on any of this. They did file a lawsuit in federal court alleging that a unscrupulous...
So listening to what she said so far, like it sounded right there, she was just telling a story of like the parents playing favorites with the kids or whatever. And before that, she was given an explanation or giving someone's explanation of Todd Chrisley and using the word flamboyant and stuff like that. Like there's 3 videos that she deleted. This is one of the 3. Like, why? I mean, what's so bad in here? Yeah, she doesn't look very good as a blonde. I mean, I kind of liked her when she had the blonde, like the highlights or whatever, and the dark roots. Like, I kind of like that on her. But like this blonde hair, yeah, no, I agree.
Investigator attempted to infiltrate Lindsay, and they say that Lindsay was having an affair with him, when that proved to be not correct. Then they shifted the focus to him using tactics that were inappropriate. Now, I was able to actually download the full complaint, and I'm telling, it's hard for me, based on what's in the complaint itself, to really see what they're talking about. They say in the complaint that this investigator gave Lindsay access to confidential tax information, yet in the complaint, there's no evidence that they provide that actually shows that he provided anything related to their taxes other than updating Lindsay on the tax. Say in the complaint that this investigator gave Lindsay access to confidential tax information, yet in the complaint, there's no evidence that they provide that actually shows that he provided anything related to their taxes other than updating Lindsay on the case. They say that he was earning money.
Okay, even if that's true, like, let's say that there's no evidence or whatever that any information was provided or whatever about the taxes, but she said at the end there, but all it says is in the complaint is that he updated Lindsay, like on the I guess the case maybe. Can they do that? Is that legal? I mean, because it's not about her. It's not her financials. It's not her business. It's not her investigation. It's Todd's, allegedly. I guess allegedly. I don't know. But anyways, like, is it not only like, is it like ethical or whatever, but is it legal even for the investigator, for the IRS, I'm guessing IRS investigator, to just give all this information about a case to Lindsay? I'm curious.
That he is seeking publicity, that he was doing this for fame, which seems to be a very similar theme here. They're accusing Lindsay of doing this for fame. Now they're accusing this guy of doing this for fame. Truth be told, I don't know what will happen with this lawsuit. It's 23 pages. But again, there's not a lot in there that I could see that was like blatant for the guy for breaking the law. That doesn't mean there isn't evidence that they have. It's just there wasn't a lot in the complaint. So I'll bring up a photo of, I'll show you a little ditty of the complaint just so you can see it.
Wait a second, Mel? Who brings in like $8K a month? I think that was, yeah, Mel. Okay. She grosses over $8K a month. Who? Are you talking about like Lindsay or Katie? I really hope you're talking about Lindsay.
So here is the complaint. And it's basically insisting that he focused his efforts and desires for media attention on the Chrisley family, in particular on Michael T. Chrisley. He began to aggressively pursue and prosecute bogus tax evasion claims against the Chrisleys, specifically targeting Michael Chrisley's estranged daughter, Lindsay Campbell, in an effort to induce her to reveal compromising information about her family, despite the fact that there is no such information, and perhaps because of it, Waits persisted pursuing an increasingly aggressive relationship with Lindsay, in which he inappropriately shared Chrisley's confidential tax information and other information with her in an effort to gain her trust or intimidate her into cooperation. Ultimately, his efforts failed, but in the process, the Chrisleys were forced to incur substantial personal and financial hardships. So it's interesting, though, because according to everything with this case, he was following leads from the federal government that were reviewing his like unpaid taxes on the federal side. And then there was some issue on where he had residency during that time that the state of Georgia was trying to determine. But what I thought was the most interesting was that they admit, even if he tried to aggressively pursue him, they didn't get the information. He didn't get any information from Lindsay anyway. And then the evidence that they provide as like evidence of text messages, exchanges, really don't look like he provided much information. So here's one. They're going to need a different attorney than they are used to. And she responded, "This is just really bad. I might be sick."
The hell?
He then said, "You knew this day would come. When I tell you I haven't slept every night, I haven't fallen asleep until 5:20 to 5:40 a.m. I don't want Jackson to see or hear anything. It's a blessing that I don't travel to Nashville anymore." Then another example was, so the IRS completed their audit in the criminal side, and then it turned over the returns to us so we could bill them as well. The feds are pushing it because they're saying that the $75 million deal is for real, including a show for your grandma by herself. And she said, "Wow, so what will they do? Are they trying to shut it down?" And he said, "But it's a production deal to do like 3 different shows. So it's not like they're getting 75 million. Yes, they're moving it up." And then another text message is, "No worries. So some stuff happened today and we have a meeting in the first of the year that is super big and it's all about Todd, like serious. So I want to know if you would be willing to talk to him or her. What is it in regards to? What do you think?" So it will be a Fed and state meeting hosted by the feds.
So
that's the evidence that's in there as attachments of communications, which confused me because how did Todd and Julie Chrisley get access to these text messages? They're estranged from their daughter, Lindsay. And so therefore Lindsay wouldn't be handing over these text messages. So how did they get these text messages from Josh? Did he give them to the Chrisleys? Like, from the outside looking in, I just want to know where these text messages.
Didn't they get them from Lindsay's brother or something? Isn't that it? Isn't that true? I mean, I want to say that's it. She could make, I don't know. She could make 8K a year. I mean, a month, whatever. I mean, I think about how many like views and shit her videos get, and how many videos she does in a month, and the number of subscribers. I mean, she could. I think she totally could. It's just, it sucks realizing that, because it's like, fuck, really? You're doing all this shit and you're fucking making bank, dick.
Messages came from. Like, how did they even get access to them? And secondly, what's in those text messages that looks damning? There's nothing actually confidential about taxes that are in there. He's only talking about the investigation.
What?
They also allege that he told Lindsay that they had a punching bag with Todd on the bag and they used to punch it, and a dartboard or something. I don't know. Again, I don't know what will happen with this lawsuit. To me, it seems like a lot of deflection, but again, maybe there's some merit here. I'm not a legal person, but they are suing them, and so we'll see how they respond. Now, I will say that the Department of Revenue denies that they had anything wrong. They had no wrongdoing in this. They deny that Joshua Waits was acted at all inappropriately during this investigation. They're denying it. I still don't know where these text messages came from. I'd love to know where they came from. I bet we'll never find out, though. Anyways, following the interview on Dr. Phil, Lindsay hasn't spoken publicly. However, her attorney did release this statement, which says, "Once again, Lindsay is grateful for all of your support during this very difficult time for her. Despite the fact that Lindsay has nothing to do with Mr. and Mrs. Chrisley's civil and criminal tax matters, it seems that they have made her the main focus of their attention in order to distract from their own wrongdoing. As you can see from the episode of Dr. Phil, which airs today, we have known about the allegations in the
my bad,
Chrisley's lawsuit for some time now, and we have come and they come as no surprise. We were aware that somehow Lindsay, who has repeatedly denied any knowledge of her father's crime, would once again be dragged back into this unfortunate situation. We wish that Todd and Julie would focus on their upcoming federal criminal trial rather than using their daughter to deflect attention away from their sad situation. Hopefully, today's episode of Dr. Phil and this statement will help to shed..."
Lisa, they might have given them access to her, or she might have given them access to her messages now. Lindsay said, I thought Lindsay has given them access to her messages. The video I'm playing is from 2019. So, it's obviously not up to date. So, and it's almost over, but the next one is the Dr. Phil episode. I don't think it's the actual episode, but I think it covers the episode anyways. So.
Shed light on what Lindsay has been enduring over the past few years. Lindsay's strength comes from her love and support of her husband, Will, son Jackson, her Christian faith, and all of her beloved fans and friends. We wish to remain distant from the situation that Lindsay's parents find themselves in. If Mr. Chrisley has truly forgiven his daughter and truly loves her as he says, then we hope that he will no longer involve her in his litigation, no longer attempt to or actually procure nude photos and videos of her, and no longer threaten her with humiliation and cyberbullying." I think her attorney kind of says it all. So, a former crew member, after all of that, says they believe Lindsay Chrisley. Her attorney is requesting that the Chrisleys stop bringing Lindsay's name up in litigation. The litigation that dropped this week includes Lindsay Chrisley's name and text messages of her. It's pretty clear that the focus of the Chrisleys right now is on Lindsay. Lindsay told Dr. Phil that she seems to be being the target of them. She couldn't say why on Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil couldn't really explain why they would target her either, but Dr. Phil did give her some advice that I thought was valuable, would be let them talk, just don't respond. The less you respond, the more angry they will get, but ultimately the less power they have over you. So tell me what you think. Do you believe Lindsay? Are you
okay? So that's that. Okay, I'll check that out. 1 second. So Where's Chrome? Is it Chrome, right? Yeah. Oh, my camera's not on. Oh, I forgot. Huh? Okay, so I'm going to put one more video up there. Does anyone know what set KG Loose and the Chrisleys? Where did the hate boner or really tell all the praise come from? Well, the videos here that I'm looking at, there's let me go back. Come on, really? Okay, there we go. So, oh wow, there's quite a few Chrisley videos. These aren't, at least these weren't deleted anyways. I'm trying to find a date where she first like talks about him, but I think 2019 is pretty much it. Like, let's see, 2019, what's it? 1019, 1017, 94, 813, 085. Oh, wait, that's about the doctor. So I'm guessing maybe she talks about Chrisley. Including, oh, this is the one with Chrisley's sexuality. I don't know what started the hate boner, as you call it, but how long is this one? Right. Let me see. She goes on about the Duggars in the stupid video. All right, I'm downloading this one. What the oh shit, I'm so playing that. It takes too long to download. Come on. All right. Why aren't you showing up? It says that you're downloaded. There we go. Okay. Be nice if I actually opened it up in Chrome. Okay. All right. This is holy shit, dude. She goes off about the Duggar sexuality and everything in this video.
Good
I'm gonna skip
evening,
through
everyone.
a
How
little
are
bit.
you? It's Katie Joy from Without a Crystal Ball.
Sorry, really loud. I
Yay!
through.
If you feel inclined, please make sure you shackled to their houses until they get married. Daddy owns them. And she had the audacity to travel by herself to Los Angeles all the way from Arkansas. Oh my God. So see, she's taking steps to exert her independence, which makes me think that a lot of this isn't so complicated. A lot of this is very, I don't want to get married and I'm not gonna. Part of me really would hope, and this is just a tickle inside of me, but I feel like the best thing she could possibly do would be to just like move out and like have a career and like do her own thing. And like literally while she was doing it, stick her middle finger up to Jim Bob and then get married to a woman. Okay, I don't know. I have no idea if she's a lesbian. Oh, I have no idea. None. but I really don't think she's being held against her will. I really don't think she's being held captive. I really just think she doesn't want to get married. But that's just me. And if people are really going to talk about Lawson Bates, I don't ever want to like poke someone's sexuality, but I get some serious gay vibes from him. And I'm pretty sure his dad is gay. Oh, or is that the Chrisleys? No, that's the Chrisleys. I don't know. But the Bates guy, he gives me some serious gay vibes. Now, oh, I should do a thing about where they buy their clothing. Okay, anyways. So she, sorry, you guys are getting me. Okay, so anyways, I'm getting so excited about the Duggars right now. Oh, pants!
Oh my gosh, she's doing
all right. So she's doing really, she's traveling. She wore a dress on the beach. She wore a shirt with a V-neck. She's shopping by herself. She's like an unmarried woman hanging out with a married woman. Oh my God. Like there's so many things going on here that I keep thinking someday this is going to be like the ultimate form of revenge. And one of these Duggars, one of them at some point in time is just going to freak the F out. Now, Hollywood gossip or Hollywood something, I don't even remember, says they have an inside source at the Duggars that says that just wait, Josiah is about to break free and go crazy. I don't know what that means, but Josiah is apparently a loose cannon. He was sent away to the camp multiple times under the rumor that he might be gay. But then he got married. You know, he was the one that broke off the engagement or his first courting, and then he got married again. Now they're pregnant. But the source said, just wait, stuff is going to happen. And apparently Jim Bob and Josiah are not buddies because Josiah goes like 90 miles an hour and he talks in 90 miles a minute and he's blah, 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 blah. I bet you that Josiah probably has maybe ADHD and their parents just refuse to medicate it, but that's just me. So if it's not Josiah that freaks out, I want to put some stock into Jana. I really, you know,
here's where she's
Alaska chick Sarah. I really like the Duggar channel. I like the Duggar talk because the Duggar talk really fits my column. I write a lot about cults and atheism and the oppressiveness in churches. And the Duggars are one of my featured families because they're so out in the frontal of the world. And I feel like at some point we're going to see one of these kids, just one. We know at least one of them is gay. There's 19 of them. The odds are at least one, if not two of these kids are gay. Okay. Second, one of them is going to have a mental breakdown because that's like.
Okay. Now, wait, I'm not muted, right? Okay. Now, you know that, all right, with 19 kids, the probability of one of them ending up being gay is much greater than if you had 3 kids. But they could still very well all be straight. They could very well all be gay. I mean, it's still probability, factors. But the end part here, it's like she's giddy, almost excited that one of them could have to come out of the closet. And one of them's going to have a mental breakdown. I mean, I hope not. But if that is the case, I'm not sure that I would want to bet on it.
It's like that has to happen. And I don't mean okay, not mental breakdown, more like one of them has to have the breakdown where they literally go Britney Spears 2007, shaving their head off, complete rebellion. And I'm just waiting for that one person to do it. What did you say? None of them have successfully escaped the family. Nope. And Here's for the pan stream you'll have. I probably will have a pan stream about the Duggars tonight.
All right. So is that it for Chrisley though?
You're pretty sure that Jana's a lesbian? You guys, I wouldn't listen. If Jana's a lesbian, I hope to God, if that's the case. Now, I don't want to like missexualize someone, but if you're a lesbian, if she is a lesbian, I really hope at some point she can realize like it's okay to be a lesbian. Same thing if Josiah is gay. I really hope that there is someone in their lives that could get through to them and say to them, you guys, you know what? It's not that big of a deal. Like, same-sex attraction, that's what they call it in that world. They call it same-sex attraction, and it's like a sin. You gotta go to like conversion therapy to get over those same-sex thoughts. You gotta stuff them down because God doesn't want you to be gay, and then you gotta choke on them, and then you just gotta, when you have a boyfriend, you just gotta pretend that you like.
What the? What? Why did she?
Having sex with them, okay? You just got to stuff it down because it's better to be godly than it is to be gay in their eyes. So, Todd Chrisley is 100% gay. The no pants thing is not related to that. Well, it is, but the no pants is from some creepy part of the Bible that they've taken literally that says that men and women should not wear the same clothing. And a lot of these fundamental Baptists do this. And so they say men shouldn't wear dresses and women shouldn't wear pants. And that's where it comes from. But then the modest clothing comes from them not actually like the.
Yeah, exactly, Karen Collins. Karen says, she is crazy. Didn't Katie say that she didn't call Todd gay? That she only repeated what his son said. Katie clearly calls him gay here, though. Exactly. Unless his son is in the chat and she's reading the chat. But it sounds like maybe someone in the chat said it and then she came right out and agreed with it. That's what it sounds like she did. And I don't think his son is. I'm not muted, really? Okay, all right. Very funny, silver turtle lady. Anyways, I seriously doubt that like his son is in the chat. So, yeah. What a freaking lie. Well, I mean, I'm not surprised. She's a lying liar who lies. So.
The church, this crazy fundamental church, believing that it's a woman's responsibility not to tempt a man. And if you wear something that makes a man feel lustful thoughts, it's actually your fault. And in the case of Josh and his sisters, the little girls are actually blamed. And if you want to know how sick and twisted these people can get, I actually had someone in my comments, and I bet some of you saw it, of a woman saying that it was the little girls tempting Joshua. I'm not even lying. That's how twisted these people are. And I would venture to say that it might have been someone that's from this group. They're online. They're on YouTube. They're not like hiding in the world. They watch this kind of stuff. They want to know what people are saying about them. And that person did say it's the girls that tempted Josh. It's their fault. They're the ones that were so, nasty. They're the ones that made him do that. That's really how twisted these people are. So, Amy Duggar is in her 3rd trimester. She's pregnant. That's about all I know. Mm-hmm. Yes, they have a lot of very, very, very conservative people that follow them on Instagram. If you guys ever want a tasty treat of some of the loony, I don't even know, like the wildness, or maybe I can't even believe they think like this. Literally go into like Jill Dillard's or Anna Duggar's like comments, and you will see their friends and how repressed and oppressed these people are and what they actually think about the world. And obviously, yes, it goes without saying, these little girls didn't tempt Joshua. I don't think we really have to say that, but yes. But that's how they actually have so Bill Gothard, he's written books and he has this whole diagram of how the victim in these cases is always to blame. And it's never the fault of the man for doing what they do. It's always the victim's fault, which is interesting because Bill Gothard actually has 34 women accusing him of doing inappropriate things. So was it 34 women's fault, Bill? It's interesting how they can always develop rules that best suit their creepy behavior.
Was she trying to mimic the church lady there from Saturday Night Live? What the fuck is that? Oh my God.
So I'm really excited that we got such a good turnout for this Duggar night. I haven't had the best views on these videos, but I told myself I would not stop because exposing this group is extremely important to me. And then also just, speaking out against this kind of stuff, making sure that if there are people that are somehow stumble upon my stuff and are from there, know that there are people out here that do care about them and want them to know that we're not scary and life out here isn't wild and we're not going to hurt them and we would embrace them and help them if we could. And I really do think that when we think about the kids in these cases, they're the true victims. And if they stay, they're going to just recycle and bring more people in. And that's what this sort of group does. It just wants to keep siphoning people in. That's why they have to have 875,000 kids, because they have to maintain the group order. And they're extremely insular. They do not talk with people outside of the group. They don't associate with them. One of the craziest things that I saw on their list of rules that they have is that they don't associate with people that are African American. I'm not even kidding. What? It's some of the rules that are in this, it's just.
Okay, though I don't doubt that. I'm not sure if it's a rule, but I'm sure it's an unwritten rule at the very least. So whereas I don't doubt that rule or unwritten rule, I have a question though. How many does Katie associate with? Now, she may not be actively trying to avoid association, but she's not associating nonetheless.
It's just, I can't. So yeah, they just have which is another interesting thing, because Ginger and Jeremy on Instagram posted a photo with a black pastor in California. And I was just like, that's more rebellion. The audacity. They hung out with a black man. Jim Bob's going to roll around, man. He's going to roll. It's wild. Oh gosh, you guys, we could do an entire learning session about this group. I know so much. You know what we should do is, one of my colleagues was in the Quiverful. I need to get her on the show so she can tell you guys all about it. Her name is Suzanne, and she runs the website, or the Pathos column, No Longer Quivering, which actually does exist as a group to help women that are leaving this group with resources. And she has also been instrumental in helping other.
Hey, so Suzanne, remember back in the day when Katie used to say nice shit about you?
Women leave other groups like the FLDS and those types of places. And so they come as sort of a resource to those women that do need to leave, because it's very difficult to leave this group. Very, very hard. Yeah.
Kimberly Rowdy Mom, good night, but it's too late. She's just so mesmerized. I can't even say it. I can't even say it jokingly. Good night, though. Thanks for being here. And thanks for that suggestion earlier.
Yeah, I should definitely get Suzanne on. I will. Suzanne Suzanne is hilarious because she actually she has like Bill Gothard's like handbook, and like she does like reading sessions where she takes shots while she reads what he says, and she'll take tequila shots every time he says some sort of word in there. And it's so ridiculously funny. I have watched so many of her like lives on Facebook. She is so
Okay, no, we have to do that, but not with Bill Gothard, or whatever his name is. We have to do that with Katie. Like every time she says literally or troll or stalk, not stalk, but stalk, however she says it, it's annoying. Or harassment or targeted, just well, not all of them. Like we'll pick one or two, otherwise, we'll be dead before we're 10 minutes into the stream. But we should do that.
so funny.
Yes.
I should get her. I should have her get on. But Suzanne is also who I have learned a lot of this stuff from. She is why I know that people in this community knew about what was going on with Josh well before it was ever like released to the public. She knows that Josiah, it's been a hidden secret, she says, in the whole like Quiverful world, that Josiah is gay.
Okay, you bring up an important point there, Mrs. Toledo, about the alcohol poisoning. We could then instead, we could do it with shots of water, and the first one to have to go to the bathroom like loses. And like because then one of us could end up dead. So we can't do it to like the last one to go wins, because if you don't go for too long, then you could die. But we could do it a little bit, like just I don't know. Literally gross. Yeah, exactly.
Gay. He was sent away multiple times to this camp because he was such a troubled boy. She knows that Josiah, it's been a hidden secret, she says, in the whole like Quiverful world, that Josiah is gay. He was sent away multiple times to this camp because he was such a troubled boy. You know what I'm saying? And she's sort of said, maybe Jana's gay. I think she might be, but I don't know, so there's a lot of stuff going on there. And I've had some comments in here about talking about like when I talk about them, and it's like, they go, oh, well, they're real people. You should really not talk about this kind of stuff. And I'm like, I'm going to talk about this stuff because the images that they portray to you on TV and like how they filter their life is so twistedly different than what they're experiencing on the inside, that if you don't unpeel this onion and actually show.
Okay, so then why can't someone say, well, to her when she says don't talk about me, say, I'm gonna talk about this stuff because the picture you just portrayed to the world is so vastly different from who you really are, or whatever. You know what I mean? Just why can't someone say that about her? I've had 4 kids. I already pee every 30 minutes. Yeah, I know, I hear it. In fact, I might have to go in a second, so I might make you guys sit here and listen without me for a minute. There's less than 100 likes. You're right, Shyla. Oh, well. I'm not worried about it. Okay. Sorry, my foot keeps itching.
Show people what is going on in this family and how it's not normal. It's not healthy. It's not okay for women.
Oh, yeah, Shyla, I was thinking that too, but I didn't for granted. If I hope Suzanne was not speculating like that publicly or in her blog or whatever. But it also sounds like it could have been like just the two of them chatting, in which case, I mean, that's one thing, it's your bullshit with your friend or whatever, a colleague from work. I mean, there's a lot of shit that I would talk about in that situation that I would never, say on YouTube or whatever. So it kind of sounds like that might be what it was. And I mean, I kind of hope that's what it was. I mean, Suzanne, she cares about exposing the movement or whatever, but she cares about the people in it, like more than anything. So
but yet, you know, TLC and everybody's like, oh, the Duggars, oh, the Bates, oh, the Chrisleys, yay! No, it's not yay. It's not okay, you guys. So I need to start getting into the Bates. I think someone asked me if I would look into the Bates or something, or Southern Charmed. I don't know. So this is where we're at today. I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. I love talking about the Duggars. I will definitely, probably, most likely be thinking about pants when I go to sleep tonight. Thank you, Lisa, for your super chat. Thank you, Linda, for your super chat. And thank you, Jesse Bear. Here is the money for the pants that you will have in your dreams. I appreciate all of those. Kayla, do I plan to do any more on EC? I will do more if I see stuff come up. I'm of the opinion that I want to see things settle down. I need to see more of what's going to happen now. I don't really think like there's much to talk about at this point related to Eugenia. I guess we're just going to have to see like if she, so much of this is going to be contingent on if she gets better, you guys. And if she gets better, then hey, there's nothing to talk about. And there's
Sweet Home Alamanda says a big creator, Nosy Heux, whatever, live, had her channel removed last week. Then yesterday they took her backup channels, all for harassment and bullying. So it can happen to you. Was she really harassing and bullying other people? I mean, like, what was she doing? I mean, like, I feel like harassing and bullying can be a very vague term, and it can cover either a huge amount of things, like various different things, or it can be, you know, just like the extreme of things. I'm curious, like, what these channels have done to constitute bullying and harassment in YouTube's eyes. Is he pronounced Ho? I don't know how it's pronounced. I never even heard or seen the name before just now.
And there's no reason to stoke the fire if she's going to get better. But if she starts to get ill again, sure, I'll look into it. You know, we just definitely will. Have I heard about Jessica Yaniv? No, I don't know who that is. So the FLDS is completely separate. The FLDS is a separate fundamentalist group that's sort of offshoot of the Mormon faith. They believe, and actually it's not even, it's crazy because Mormonism as a whole is like what the FLDS is, if that makes sense. Mormons became not FLDS because the United States in the 1880s was like, you're not going to actually be polygamists. You have to like have only one wife. And so they denounced polygamy and separated and became the LDS. But those people that didn't want to change and wanted to remain in the polygamy lifestyle sort of segregated, and they remained fundamentalist to the Mormon faith, which is the FLDS, which has been gone through many different sort of iterations and had many different prophets, which is still like done by Warren Jeffs, who's currently in jail. His brother Seth moved to Minnesota. Oh, yay. He's up north here trying to build a compound and move the women here. In Utah and on the border of Utah and Colorado, they are actually kicking out the women from the FLDS because there was a massive judgment won by the ex-members, and the entire like estate of Warren Jeffs was liquidated and sold and given back to the members that were like part of the lawsuit and all of the people that he hurt. And so though there's a very big divide going on, if you want to read up on it, I would encourage you to. There's a lot of like women that are refusing to leave, and then they're getting evicted, and then they have nowhere to go, and they're unwilling, and people are trying to help them leave the actual the FLDS, and they're trying to get them to like speak to the people that have left, but they're like infidels, or they're like, you know, they're people that are like, after you leave, you can't speak to them. They literally believe that like if they talk to someone that's left, they're wicked and that they'll become wicked. And so they can't come to any common ground. And so it's kind of actually super sad because even though he's in jail, he is still creating such havoc in these people's lives. And there are.
All right. Do you guys mind if I jump over to the other video and see what that's discussing? The other deleted one. Actually, look, I can't find the Chrisley playlist on her channel at all. So all of these videos that I might be deleted, but the three main ones I wanted to look at. And what do I have here? Okay, so let's put. Right. Family secrets. Okay, there we go. Oh, why did I go to whatever? I tried to be slick about it and it didn't work.
Hey everyone, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Well, as promised, I am here to deliver you information about the Lindsay Chrisley interview on Dr. Phil. Now, earlier this week, I shared with you that Todd Chrisley announced via his lawyer in a press conference that he was suing a rogue government official who he believed was getting involved with his daughter to get dirt on him in regards to a state investigation in Georgia.
Did anyone in here, did you guys in chat, did you see her on Dr. Phil? Like, has anyone seen that episode? Yes, this is a deleted video, Snowcat Tish. In fact, I think her whole Chrisley playlist might be deleted now. Hey, Christy, what's up? Yeah, I haven't seen any of these Chrisley ones. I mean, a lot of them are older. So, and I didn't watch or anything back then. I haven't seen them all. So, all right, no one's seen it. Okay. I'm seeing maybe if I can find that for the next stream. Oh, wrong one. Shoot. There we go.
Related to tax evasion or tax fraud. The timing of the lawsuit I found to be interesting because only days before they filed this lawsuit, they say they filed this lawsuit in federal court. A promo for Dr. Phil was on the air teasing an episode with Lindsay Chrisley and teasing that Lindsay would be describing an altercation that happened with her father in July that led to her filing a police report.
No, it wasn't Katie. Lindsay was on Dr. Phil. Like when Lindsay Chrisley was on. Someone asked. Who asked? Someone asked who was on Dr. Phil. Damn it! Oh, Smiley Mama asked. Yeah, no, I was talking about when Lindsay Chrisley was on there. I'm not sure when it was, but oh yeah, that's right. I can't play it because Dr. Phil copyrights. I could probably get the transcripts though. So I mean. We can read the transcripts, right? In fact, maybe someone wants to read them with me. Someone could be like Dr. Phil. Someone could be. Actually, that gives me an idea. Oh my God, that gives me a great idea. All right, go back to the video.
Related to extortion and a puppy yam tape. Oh my. Now I understand, at least from an outside perspective, why that lawsuit might have been filed. And I say might because today, when I checked online on Pacer's website, I could not locate any lawsuits that were current for either Joshua Waits, or anything new for Todd and Julie Chrisley. They could have filed it somewhere else, but their lawyer said that the lawsuit was going to be filed in Northern District Court in Atlanta. That doesn't mean they haven't filed. It's not online yet, which is weird. It should be online by now. Anyways, it felt like sort of eerie timing to me, because as soon as there's a teaser going out that something is going to be revealed about a supposed threatening meeting she had with her father, suddenly he is suing Joshua and alleging that inappropriate things were going on between him and his.
Yeah, if he gets in one of those, it's not going to be Dr. Phil he's reading. Just saying.
Daughter, and that he aggressively pursued Lindsay in an effort to dig up dirt. Well, it's a little bit more clear now, having watched the hour-long episode I watched on Lindsay Chrisley. It was on this afternoon on Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil sat down with Lindsay.
No, Kaleidoscope, I have no idea who that is. I don't know any of these fundies, though.
Lindsay Chrisley, to talk about everything that has happened in the last few years. And the picture that Lindsay paints is far more vast than anything she has ever told me. You know that I have interviewed her for this channel, and I've shared with you things that she has told me about her family dynamic. However, she went into way more detail with Dr. Phil, and she took the gloves off and she disclosed everything. And what she says happened all started in 2017 when it all started back in 2014 when USA Network when her father was considering doing a pilot episode of a reality show and had asked her to participate. She says that prior to everything going down with the USA Network, what happened was she went off to college in a town away from where she lived, and her parents were unhappy with her choice to go to a different college because they wanted her to go local so they could keep an eye on her. While in college, she met her husband, Will, and it was her husband, Will, that her father decided he did not like. She said she believed that Will was the one, and she met him within the first few months of school, and she was not going to give up the relationship with Will, even though her father did not approve. On the show, when she was approached by her father to return or to sort of only months before the show was pitched as a pilot, she started repairing her relationship with her father and sort of speaking with him again. It was at that time he asked her to participate in the show. She said she agreed to do it because it would only be 3 days of her life and it would help her father and it would make him happy. Well, it was during the filming of the show that she said that her father was not so kind to her.
It looks like she was on in October 2019. Oh, okay. The Chrisley family was the family on August 13, 2019. Thomas by Julie were indicted. Yeah, it looks like October 17, 2019 is when the entry date there on Dr. Phil's website. So that's what it looks like. Yeah, what was that? Oh, that's the what, IRS agent or whatever. Okay, I guess Joshua Waits is the guy at the IRS or whatever. They're working on the tax investigation. I guess that's is being mentioned that Katie is being deposed to, I don't know, discuss her communications with him and whatnot. I don't know why it reminds you of that genre. I really don't. I can't imagine. But I wouldn't mind. No.
To her husband, Will, and was often like demeaning to him and talking poorly about him, mocking him. And Dr. Phil showed a number of clips of the way that Todd spoke about Will. However, Lindsay says, even though there was sort of this tenuous relationship between Will and her dad, and they just eventually agreed that they were going to agree to disagree and just not really have a relationship, that isn't why she actually left the show. She says that an altercation with her stepmother, Julie, is why she left the show. According to Lindsay, she was getting ready.
All right, just to let you guys know, I'm going to be stepping away for 1 minute and I will be right back, but I'm going to keep playing it though while I step away.
To leave her mother's home or her parents' home. And as she was packing things up, Julie approached her and accused her of waking up her niece, Chloe. Lindsay says that she never woke up Chloe because Chloe was still awake and maybe she was being loud, but the way that Julie approached her was really, I don't know how to say this, like aggressive. So she says she goes to talk to Julie in the kitchen or in another part of the house to address how Julie came at her. And she asked Julie to speak with her, to not speak so aggressively to her. And she says that Julie just got more and more and more escalated to a point where Lindsay had to ask her stepmother to get out of her face and not get in her face, to which she said Julie went into her face 3 separate times and eventually pushed her by her throat. Following that is when she decided she was going to leave the show, and it was thereafter that she sought legal counsel and a third-party investigator to figure out what happened, to determine if there was any legal things that she could take against her stepmother. She was very shaken by what happened. And with that being said, with her lawyer, only a day before she was going to meet with the third-party investigator about what happened with Julie, threats began on Twitter with her sister Savannah tweeting about "don't mess with my mother," and her father threatening her about her character, about infidelity, and about a puppy cam tape. At the time, Lindsay says she was not aware of anything related to a puppy cam tape, but the threats seemed to coincide to a point where she believes that somehow her father or someone in her family received word that she was going to be meeting with the investigators, and they were tweeting her in order to intimidate her to shut up.
What's this about a puppy cam video? I've been wondering how, like, I mean, I'm not saying that there's a sex tape or whatever, and God, I hope that there's not. That's just gross. But if there were, how is it that she thinks that they obtained it? That's what I'm curious about.
Yikes. As the years went on, she says that she did not talk with her father. She says that the social media campaign was relentless by her dad and Savannah. And when Dr. Phil asked her, like, we're making these sort of statements out of character for your father, and she said, no, because I've seen him act like this with other people. So I knew he had the capability of acting like this with me. She said that she was really shocked, more than anything, that he would stoop so low to threaten her about a supposed sex tape. She felt like she was trying to threaten, she felt that her family was trying to threaten her as a way for her to watch what she's saying, as well as, we know what you're going about to do and do not say anything that we want you to say. Now there was...
Where'd it go? Sorry, I got candy in my mouth. Snowcat Tish. What podcast is that? I mean, what episode? Because I haven't heard it. Has it been a recent one or?
There wasn't any sort of implication about why they were so worried. However, for me, looking from the outside in, it appears that any sort of physical altercation between Julie and Lindsay would not look good to the network. And being that the family was touted on the USA Network as a Christian-based family that's sort of, like wholesome, something like this could potentially derail the show. Now, Lindsay didn't say that. That's just my assumption. But I think it would be a fair assessment to assume that they might have feared that she had something that could have ended this show. At the same time, she says that she knows now that her parents were aware that there was an investigation related to an indictment about.
Oh my God, yes, John. Oh my God. Oh my God, it's hilarious. She does look like a White Walker.
About alleged criminal activity with finances, and that due to the stress of the investigation, that Julie might have been acting out of character and reacted more aggressively than she typically was, because she said that Julie hadn't typically done anything like that in the past. Then after she leaves, she says that the family starts assuming.
But Stina Marie, she can't be doing that. She never inserts herself into other people's drama. I mean, she says that all the time. You must be wrong.
That any negative story that is in the press, that somehow Lindsay has leaked all of it. She alleges that her father, anytime a negative story would come out, then they would start tweeting against her, bullying her, smearing her, saying things to discredit and to go after her. But she says that she wasn't talking to anyone about anything, and that she didn't have any part of any of these stories that were in the media. So she doesn't really know why the family ganged up on her. And when asked whether or not approaching her father and trying to talk to him and sort of sort through things one-on-one, Lindsay said she never talked to him because she figured at the point that where it was, nothing she could have told her family at this point would have made them at all forgive her or make them believe that she wasn't doing what she was doing. And she believes that her dad had this idea in his mind that she was doing all of this, and he was working to get everyone against her, to smear her and make her lose credibility in the media, along with threatening her for years about the release of this puppy cam tape. So after all of this happened,
Thank you. Thank you. Sorry. Okay. So is the puppy cam tape supposed to be the sex tape? Is that which, I mean, I didn't listen to every single thing that she just said there because I was looking at something else, so I missed it. But is that what she's alleging? And I don't know. I'm just curious about this because I'm really curious about how and why this daughter believes or suspects or alleges whatever that her father has her sex tape. I mean, that's a little much. I will never use the mute feature here. You shall remember, Aaron. So long as I'm remembered.
happens. She says that in
yes, okay.
July of this past year, her father asks to meet her at a diner or a restaurant, like a barbecue restaurant in Tennessee. She agrees to meet him, and she says that when she gets there, he's extremely guarded, but she doesn't really take that as sort of any, they had a tenuous relationship. It was very awkward. So it wasn't like his guard being up was alarming to her. She said that he hugged her, but she sort of felt like it was more like he was doing it out of obligation, not because he actually wanted to hug her. So she says what happens is he sits her down and he says that he's going to be indicted and that he didn't do it. And then he starts grilling her about a person that he says that she has been meeting at a Starbucks, and that he believes that this person is a part of the investigation and that she is involved romantically with this person and providing this person with information about the Chrisleys to this person for the case. Well, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to believe after the lawsuit was filed by the Chrisleys this week that this person must be Joshua Waits. Now, what troubled Lindsay was his allegations that she's involved with Joshua, which she completely denies, wasn't even related to the federal case. It was related to the state case. She says that she had no sort of relationship with Joshua like this, that she never met him in person, and that she told her father that they never met at Starbucks. It was after that she was told by her father that Chase, her brother, had obtained nude photos and purchased a sex tape of her for $5,000, and that they would release this tape if she didn't cooperate and stop speaking to this person in the investigation. Lindsay was dumbfounded and shocked when she received this information and immediately spoke to her attorney when she left the meeting with her father. And her attorney advised her to file a police report against her father for attempting to extort her or blackmail her to not cooperate with authorities. She says that she was not involved with any authorities in relation to his federal indictment, and that any discussion related to with Joshua, she told TMZ, or a source told TMZ, was related to keeping her son out of knowing what was going to happen so that she could protect her son, because her father was actually served when her son was there and it was really scary for him. So she learns that Todd tells her that his PR team is going to put a story out that she's sleeping with a government official, and that she was telling lies about them to help the government create a case against her because she had a personal vendetta against the family. Imagine the conspiracy mind if this is this is all alleged by Lindsay, obviously. But imagine if what she's saying is true, that conspiracy of him saying, if you don't do this, I'm going to leak this story that says that you are sleeping with a government official.
Okay. Am I muted? No. Okay. I'm reminded of that saying or whatever when talking about reporters. And yeah, I know she's not a reporter, but still. Where it says, if you have one person telling you it's raining and the other person telling you it's not raining, well, sometimes you just got to stick your own head out the fucking window and see if it's raining. You know, being a reporter, where you're going to get two completely different sides of a story. Sometimes you just need to figure it out for yourself and not listen to either side. So that's what I think of here when I hear her talking about this, because she seems to be buying into Lindsay's side and everything. And speaking of it as though it's fact, but then she will say, well, this is alleged by Lindsay. Like, okay, let me just get the disclaimer out here and then we'll get back to the, how it really is. And what's crazy is not just that she's seemingly doing that, but that she's seemingly doing that over an insane freaking theory that Lindsay gave her. Like, this father went to his daughter and said, you do this, you tell this lie, you do this, or you say what I want you to say, or I'm going to spread this entire false, story about you and just ruin you. Are you shitting me? Come on. I mean, sometimes, Katie, you just got to stick your fucking head out the window and see if it's raining.
official and you are telling lies about me in order to bring me down. What kind of father does that? So she says that Todd wanted everyone to believe that Lindsay was sourcing everything from bad press to anything to the government, and that she was doing it as a vendetta, and that the entire 2 years that he was smearing her was an attempt to discredit her and to threaten her into silence. She said that when her dad realized that she was not physically involved with the guy in an intimate relationship, he then said to her, "Be careful. Chase has information and it won't end well." Yikes.
Okay,
So she files this police report.
All right, that's just crazy. So Lindsay's alleging to Katie that her father came right out and said word for word what he wanted her to do, and if she didn't, what he was going to do to her to ruin her. But now he's allegedly speaking all cryptic like, well, Chase has information and it won't end well. Like allegedly he had no issues, just spelling shit right out for her, in one sentence. The next sentence, he, just, it won't end well. Come on. That's not consistent at all.
And she finds out through her own investigation with, I don't know how they figured this out, but she says they determined that Chase begins shopping for nude photos of his sister and attempts to obtain both nude photos and videos of her in an effort to have leverage against her to intimidate her. Yikes. Then Todd sends out his daughter, Savannah, sort of as a buffer in the media to again discredit his daughter. And Savannah was seen interviewed by paparazzi, basically denying that a tape existed, to which Lindsay says she didn't know. She wasn't a party to this tape. How would she know whether a tape existed or didn't exist? Because she wasn't there. And that she thinks that today, months later now, Lindsay says that she believes that Todd and Chase lied to her about the photos and about the video. And she believes that they lied about her because they wanted to keep her quiet.
Right. I saw you say that a minute ago there, Belinda Paul. And whether Lindsay said it to Katie or on Dr. Phil, I mean, Katie's still saying that in one sentence, Katie's alleging that in one sentence, Lindsay's alleging that her father came right out and was very detailed in what he was going to do. But then in the next, it's that, things just won't end well. Whether Lindsay, oh my God, this is annoying. Whether Katie is hearing this from a one-on-one conversation or from Dr. Phil, she's still buying into this, and it's still not like a consistent story. But thank you, though, for clarifying that. I don't want to get shit wrong. I appreciate it. Good night, Susan Elliott. Yeah, I'm finishing out the stream, and then I'm going to call it a night, too. So I have more of these videos, though, so we can watch more of them in upcoming streams. But, yeah, so I'm going to go back to finishing that. And thank you again, though, Belinda Paul. Thank you.
She doesn't think today that they ever obtained the videotape, but she still can't say for certainty because no one's been able to show her that the tape doesn't exist. So Todd denies all of this, right, in the media. And then Savannah discredits her by basically saying she just wants 5 minutes more of fame. She's just jealous. She just wants to she's just blah, 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 blah. To which Lindsay responded by saying she was the one that voluntarily left the show, and she left a $10,000 a week paycheck and all the accolades that come with it because she didn't want to be a part of the show. She didn't want to be a part of the facade. She didn't want to be a part of her family. And If she wanted the
Why is my
fame,
speaker going
she
out?
could have stayed on the show, but instead she walked away from it. So there was nothing advantageous for her or cloudy or to get 5 more minutes by making these allegations against her father unless they were true. So she says that she doesn't know why they're targeting her. However, from an outsider looking in, to me, it seems like they're targeting her because they believe that she can take them down. When Dr. Phil asked her, what do you think that they think you know about them? She said she has no idea. She says she wasn't part of like the investigation for the federal indictments. Most of the years that were covered under the federal indictment, she wasn't even living with them. She was in college. She also said that she doesn't have any information that she could give them because she was not privy to anything that they were doing financially. My opinion, based on watching this, isn't so much that they believe that she could ruin them financially or get them arrested with the FBI and with like the feds. My belief is they might have targeted her because they believed she could end their show. That's what Dr. Phil sort of brought up at the end by saying, do you think that they believed that you could get them off the air with everything that you knew? And she said, I don't care if that show is on the air. If they want to act stupid, they can act stupid. But she said her goal was never to end the show. It was more like her dad decided to get in everyone's ear that she was the enemy, made her the enemy. And now Chase and Savannah are brainwashed by her father because she says neither one of them went to college. Neither one of them have done anything outside of the show and have really staked all of their interests for the future in the success of this show. And without the show, they have nothing. And so they're going to do whatever their father says because they benefit financially from believing whatever their father says. She even said that like she could tell when Savannah was being interviewed by the paparazzi that she was lying. And she said that like she doesn't even know if she would ever be able to talk to her sister. She could never forgive them for what they've done. She doesn't think she'll ever be able. She said she doesn't want them to even go to jail. She doesn't want them to get in trouble for this. But she'll never forgive them for what they did to her. And when Dr. Phil said, do you think the show has left the family where they found it, or has it made things worse? And she says it's left them where they found it. She said she's learned a lot about her family over the years, and there's a reason why she no longer associates with them, that her father and the way that he's treated her is lower than low. It's scummier. She says this is the lowest point that she could actually be at. Dr. Phil suggested, well, do you think that there's any point that you could come up in an indictment for your illegal behavior? And she's
I will turn the camera back on if you want. And I can make me the bigger picture out of me or Katie if it's I see where is it? Kaleidoscopic. John, even this much has been rough. To be honest, I want Aaron to replace the White Walker soon. I'm assuming that means you want me to replace Katie. So
said she doesn't think so. And when asked whether or not she would be a witness for the federal government, she said they already asked her, and she said she would not testify against her parents. So it's pretty clear to me, at least from the outside looking in, after watching all of this, that Lindsay was the scapegoat for Todd because of what happened with Julie. And he believed that if that information about Julie got out, their show could end. But then as the indictment and the investigation ramps up, he starts getting maybe paranoid, or concerned that she's the one that's spearheading all of this because of what happened with Julie. I don't know. But somehow he decided to make Lindsay the scapegoat, according to Lindsay. And now he's apparently going to sue this rogue investigator. And the rogue investigation lawsuit makes so much more sense now because of what she describes her father believing in July. I don't believe, based on what I've seen related to this lawsuit, that he's filed against this rogue guy, Joshua Waits. I don't believe that this lawsuit is even credible. Exactly. It's probably meritless. I'm not an attorney, but it doesn't seem like, it seems more like a strategic move by him to shift the.
Yeah, could you imagine going to college, like it just going to college on your own in a big city or whatever, not having to worry about money or work or any shit like that, just being young on your own? Why would you fuck that up? I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I think the reason for why her dad took it away was just kind of asshole, but that's my opinion. He had every right to take it. I mean, just, I don't know. Why would you fuck that up? I mean, I would have loved that opportunity at that age.
Narrative and move the goalposts, my opinion. This story continues to get more and more slimy the more that's unraveled. What I will say is that Lindsay has a lot of balls to go on to the Dr. Phil show and pretty much air everything out, with knowing that her father and her mother and her stepmother and her sister and her brother are all going to be watching this. They're likely going to deny everything that she says. And yet she stood there with such conviction and was like, this is what happened. This is my truth. So my opinion of Todd Chrisley remains the same. I think he's continuing to lie, and I think he's continuing to manipulate people. And if what Lindsay says is true, it's a really crappy father to do that to a child. And the way that he's behaving based on what she says reminds me so much of a narcissist and doing everything to protect their own ego to make it everyone else's fault. And now it explains to me why Todd would threaten to sue me, even though he hasn't. There's been no lawsuits filed against me, but it's because Lindsay is his enemy, and I have spoken to Lindsay.
So this was back in 2019. There was talk or discussion, or she was tipped off something, or had reason to suspect that he might possibly sue her all the way back to 2 years ago. Like this was in October, I think. Yeah, no, it was September, October of 2019. So it was 2 years ago. There's just a lot of, I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of similarities here with the people who keep warning her about lawsuits, and she just keeps ignoring the warnings.
Because of my, I don't know, outrage for how he's treated her, because I think most people can see what's going on here. Obviously, they are innocent until proven guilty. But some of the social media behavior is where I'm basing my opinion on Todd. I'm not basing it on the financial things. I'm looking at it from a holistic perspective of how he's treating his daughter on the social media. And that is not a way I would ever treat my child on social media. And I would never expect a father to treat a daughter. And so by speaking out against that and criticizing.
Oh, Karen Collins, I just now seen your message. I'm so sorry to hear that about your aunt. Oh, I'm so sorry. Keep us updated if you can. No pressure, just whenever you can.
That, knowing that his daughter is his target, it would make sense that then he would target me because he's targeting her. And I'm just the innocent bystander that's being targeted. I hope that
innocent bystander?
Either way, anything that he would throw my way wouldn't be worth the paper that it's written on. All right, you guys, I would love to know what your thoughts are about this interview. If you think she's lying, if you don't think she's lying. Again, they are innocent until proven guilty. Dr. Phil did point out on the show that in his experience, federal prosecutors will never bring an indictment that they do not feel like they can win. And if they have all of the evidence that the indictment says, this looks like, according to Dr. Phil, a slam dunk for the government. We'll have to wait and see, because that case is inching in court very slowly, but could have the Chrisleys in behind bars for up to 30 years, in federal prison. All right, you guys, I'll be back later. Bye.
She smiled right after she said prison. Did you see her mouth? She smiled. She's happy. All right. All right, so there's more videos, and I'm more than happy to continue streaming and watching, because I haven't seen any of these. Hell yeah, let's do this. but it's 2 a.m. and I'm tired and I'm starving. So I'm going to end the stream tonight, and I'm off again tomorrow. So we can stream again tomorrow. I'm probably going to want to do it earlier though, because I do have to work on Wednesday. So I'm going to want to stream earlier. Let's see here. What's going on in chat? Yeah. But I mean, she knocks Dr. Phil like any other time, but now it's like, well, when Dr. Phil said this, you know, it's probably, it looks like a slam dunk case and whatever. Yeah, she feels so important. Imagine though if that's what it took for you to feel important. I mean, I don't know, man. That's kind of sad. Oh, okay, on that note, I am going to say goodnight. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for being here, and we'll finish up with the Todd Chrisley without a crystal ball. Veg out, whatever. So good night.